Hi. This is my stream now. Claim this stream. I'm here. Yeah.
Now
Mim
I'm
is
here.
talking in
Yeah.
my room. Oh, hello, Mim. Was I loud? Did I blast your eardrums? My uproarious entrance upon this stream.
Did you? Other people?
Did I?
Other people okay? Other people?
Oh, I see Katie's having issues with what I sent in our private Discord.
Whoopsie doodle. That's no good.
Sorry, Kate.
Oh no, Katie having a rough time? Who knew?
Unfortunately, Katie just came into the stream of the two people who created that rough time. So. For context for everyone else, Katie on her channel finished.
Oh no, we'll do that when we're on the screen so that I can.
Okay.
I can
look directly at the
Katie
camera.
directly in the eye.
I'll stare into your soul. This is going on.
Oh,
except nothing less.
But I'm fixing my own camera. Actually, before we go live, so that we can pretend on the YouTube that we are so put together. Are Rom and my voices like around the same?
Yeah, is one of us too loud or too soft or
is Rom
it just
of
right?
Adequate volume? Oh, Thep is here.
Thep says yeah. Thanks, Thep.
Nice. Oh, sounds perfect. I earballed that. No way.
Earballed?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Call that Sound Engineering Plus or something. Both sound good. Thanks, Moonkey. Wait, no. Let's get on face. Oh, sorry. It's actually gotten suddenly warm. I dressed for the coldness of the room, and now it's really warm in here. So.
Whoop. Well, that's Leon for you. Everyone in this game has to lose their jacket eventually. Leon loses it.
A good point.
Ashley, you loses it. Krauser loses it.
Krauser loses it in more ways than one.
Krauser does, yeah.
Did Krauser ever have it?
Debatable.
Okay.
Debatable.
Tis. Alright. Ready. Piaschetti. Yeah. Alright, cool. Are we still in the right area? Is there Elgats? Can people hear the actual game audio? Probably not. I'm noodling.
We noodling. We're finding our way to a stream.
Mim. Why did I get capital mimed by Zeke? I'm not used to that.
I'm assuming because you appeared on screen.
Strange. Oh, hi. Hello. Whoa. What do we have to cover right now? I said I was going to cover
we were just
something.
talking about why Katie's
Katie! Sorry. Not really, though. I can't believe I waited until I was on camera to lie to your face. Oh my gosh. The crew's all here. Hello, everyone.
Wow, hello.
And Moonkey, you should have heard our voices when the voice of the people, when I saw your name pop up in the chat. It was like, Moonkey's here!
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, for reasons. I was like, I wonder if Moonkey's all good the other day, because I I think I need to send Moonkey something in the mail that's about 1.5 years overdue. But it's a secret. Shh, so don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone. You heard it here. And
you didn't hear it here at all.
Don't spread it around.
Yeah.
We will find you.
Hopefully. One day. You can't wait to... And that's why Sarah's not allowed on the voice call.
Yeah. It's just me now.
No, Moonkey. All good. Happy to see you back. Also, hello everyone else. I have just grabbed Rom back. Rom has been on 2 streams today. Rom started today on the...
Small Goat Fish channel.
No, I just thought of Signalis and my brain switched off.
Yeah, I was on Katie/Small Goat Fish's finale stream for Signalis, and that is why Katie's crying, because Katie now has context with which I can send OCAUs to that pertain to Signalis. Play Signalis.
Yeah, and also shout out to Katie, who is Small Goat Fish in the chat. If you want to see someone play and cry about Signalis, you should watch Katie's VODs. I assume they are VODs. Yeah.
Yeah. At least a VOD for today that I know of. Oh.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
I thought that maybe because I cried while playing it the first time. I didn't actually cry while playing it the first time because I was on stream. But now today, watching someone else stream it, I was like, oh my god, there are tears in my eyes. And yeah, that's Yeah.
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 It has that effect.
But we're gonna repress that. What is it? Compartmentalizing trauma.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're gonna get back into this guy's trauma. So, everyone knows we finished it.
Yes, we beat the game. Well, MIM beat the game. I wasn't on stream for that. I was just watching.
You were on stream, technically.
I love these screens though.
They're
these
so
little
good.
screens for the bonus stuff, especially the models one. I love how they just laid it all out.
You can read it. You can like read the whole game through this. It's funny.
Yeah. It's so satisfying to look at.
It is. I love stuff and things. Oh look, is that just a shot of Luis's
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a shot of Louise's bust.
Oh, and Leon with his eyes cut off MySpace profile picture.
Truly.
Yeah. And Ashley, who has a normal one. It's just a badly framed photo.
Yeah.
Hers looks like it's in the Kingdom Hearts style. Kingdom Hearts protagonist
it
Ashley
does.
Graham.
Good for her.
You can't claim the eggs. What's happening? You can't claim
Are our
the
eggs broken?
Why are the eggs broken? Of course he gets a scale when everyone else gets a price figure. Seller privilege I get. Hi, Baku. Let's say hi to the chat. Hi, Thep. Hi, Baku. Hi, Martine. I'm going to stop doing that voice. Hello, Katie. Hello, Moonkey. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Foxfire Elf. And Zeke. And, my gosh. I'm just scrolling
Crew's all here.
all the way to the top. And that's it.
That's everyone. That's all, folks.
But because Rom has to like sleep at a normal hour, I'm gonna start.
Ideally.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into this shit.
So Rom is here to. Should I be introducing? Everyone knows you. No, wait. The YouTubes don't.
I suppose not. That's true.
Oh, I'll introduce you. Allow me to present Rom.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how we wanted to do that. Hello, I'm Rommie. I play Anne on Metanoia Blues, and I also draw a webcomic called Soul to Call. And I write it, and I do everything else around. I make that webcomic. Everything about that webcomic is my doing. So, if you have a problem, come at me.
I do every week, and I pay $5 to come at Rom aggressively with like unedited comments on Patreon is what I'm trying to say. You should all read Soul to Call. Soul to Call is low-key the reason I got into Resident Evil. Rom is the other reason I got into Resident Evil. And the 10%
Yes.
of distantly going, Leon Kennedy kinda was also why I was here. Also like Ada Wong kinda. I thought they were the main characters. I didn't know who Chris Redfield was.
You certainly found out.
Literally until after I finished 2. They kept talking about Chris, and I'm like, oh, we'll meet him one day. And everyone's like, you met him already in 1996. Not me, though.
I'm sure he's an interesting fella.
I love him with my whole being, but that's not about it. Oh, Thep.
Nice.
Oh, that would have echoed? Sorry.
Wow,
Thank you.
Wow, read Soul to Call.
Oh, that would have also echoed. Thank you, Thep, for not only subscribing, but also spruiking Soul to Call, my favorite webcomic on the entire internet.
Thank you.
Ever had a webcomic so favorite that you become, like... This.
I'm very proud.
Let's play the game. Oh, do we
Yes.
want to play professional?
I don't know. Do we want to get to the secret in our lifetime? I'm sorry, that was a bit too far. I'm sure. Listen, you played Devil May Cry and you went through that boss more times than I would even fathom subjecting myself to. So actually, yes, I think we could get to the secret in our lifetime. I think you'd be capable of it just because you're very tenacious.
I can feel you. Keep going. Yeah.
But maybe we should just because I'm sure you want that secret quickly instead of dying a million times to get there. But really, it's up to you, I suppose. I'm just hitched to the back of this cart, getting dragged along.
Hearing you start to feel bad and then like reassure me is. Oh, anyway, we'll go standard for the sake of everyone, and because Zelda's coming out on Friday and I can't afford to
Yeah,
Delhi.
that's true.
Also, I want to feel strong. As in, running through here with my gun and my hat, making a mess for everybody.
Sometimes when I play a game again after I beat it, I'll play it on easy difficulty instead
That's
of
a good
going
mood,
harder.
actually.
Because I'm like, I already did my time and played it on like whatever higher difficulty I chose to start out with, and I'm like, I just want to enjoy the game this time instead of dealing with any of the curses. So
That's a good point. I could just go through it easy.
I like want to enjoy the environments and be able to look around without everything being like challenging. So
Well, at least I can always step down on the game.
yes, the game is always encouraging you to step down.
Yep. For good. That's a good point. Fall 2004. Oh my god, I just left primary school at that stage. Do I want to watch this again?
Do you?
Yeah. We can talk through it now. I'd love to spend like another 2 weeks just like replaying this game and unpacking it, but like...
There's so much good shit to unpack.
Yeah.
This isn't good shit, but...
This is quite bad shit.
This is extremely bad.
Oh, it's echoing?
This is decidedly bad. The evil is echoing.
Yeah, hopefully that's better.
September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget.
The Walk into the Sunset with Sherry. You know what I clicked about? Let's read this again. The fact that everyone responded to the cop inside me died that day with good.
Yeah. Well, something good came out of Raccoon City, I guess.
I was asked later to join a top secret government program. Not that I had a choice.
I like that they really leaned into that this time.
Missions.
Yeah.
Who's the bitch with the hat? Hope he doesn't come back to haunt me.
Mind off everything.
I'm sure he's no one important.
If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain. Even for a second.
Oh, they do remind us of Kendo.
It can be different.
Yeah, that was a pivotal moment for him.
Oh, I didn't put him in his hat. Does the hat change the cutscenes or is it only in the game?
I don't know. I never played with them dressed up in any particular way, so I don't actually know.
Dressed up in the hat?
No, I'm afraid I'm a failure.
At least you can admit it. Oh! What? When? Just jump scared!
He starts talking to Leon, he puts on his glasses and his hat. And, do not speak to me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We're in a Wattpad fic now.
You have a strange sense of humor. Looking at the guy dressed in the mafia outfit.
Look at him!
I wear my sunglasses at night.
Oh.
I'm sure you'll do your best to help me.
Can't do this. He looks like he's cosplaying to go to Europe, but he rocked up in the wrong country.
Missed his flight.
Policia, that's Italian? Shows up Spanish. Shit, it was Spanish.
Ah, damn it.
Cigarettes. Scarf? I can't tell. It's like such a specific call out.
Like, do you love it or do you hate it?
I feel it is all.
There's some sort of vibe happening here.
Something's, yeah. I haven't listened to anything in the game thus far. I'm just too distracted by Leon.
That's valid. I mean, look at him.
The long pauses as we wait to see him again.
Yeah. I want to see my little boy.
There he is.
Better go and take a look.
I can't, you know how I just can't, I'm trying to determine if he looks cool or not.
Yeah. There's like certain angles where it starts to lean into it more than others.
I can't fully tell.
Yeah.
Zeke said nude mods in survival horror should be called nightmare mode. Oh, pinstripe.
I mean, truly. Yeah, pinstripe suit.
Oh, this whole thing in a how many piece suit? 3-piece suit. Yuck.
Gonna get a little dirty.
It would suck.
How far could he have gone?
I feel fast. Why is my running speed like? Oh, because I've already played the game.
Yeah, you're a fast boy now.
Does Leon lose the hat when he loses the jacket? Oh, important questions. What's
I
going on?
don't think he loses his jacket in this iteration.
You can change costumes in the extras menu, so I can change on the fly?
Yeah, you can take off the glasses if it's not doing it for you.
Wow.
Look at this man.
Look at him go. You know, I haven't seen The Godfather. Have you seen The Godfather? You've seen fewer movies
Nope.
than I. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, there's high possibility I definitely haven't seen it.
It's like what's the word? I remember torrenting it, and it took ages because it's like a 400-hour movie. And then I finally torrented it, and by the time it was like working, I was like, I don't feel like spending another 3 hours watching a movie, actually. Even though I know I'd
Valid.
like it. Because I like most of the things. Oh, wow. Fep flying in with the opinions.
Everyone in chat saying it's boring.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I guess you have to watch it and find out.
Guess so. I'll watch it.
I feel like the noteworthy scenes are probably what you most see, like, handed around the internet.
Memes, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's all I know it for.
I know it for that vibe. about
Yes.
Something, something, daughter's wedding, something, something.
Yeah, and I know Zootopia made a reference to it, so... And I've seen Zootopia.
So I guess you've seen Godfather.
I guess I've seen The Godfather, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all cultured now.
More or less. Just like I've read Hamlet.
Yeah,
Because I've seen Lion King, I think.
that's how it works.
Huh.
You've seen one derivative media, you've seen it all.
Yeah, more or less. Cannolis? I'd watch anything for cannolis. Ugh.
Hi, friend.
Bestie.
You good?
Sorry to barge in like this.
Yeah, sorry to barge in like this. What if everything here but Leon like talks like everyone in The Godfather?
Yeah.
Police yet? You know a key?
Okay. No, he looks handsome. I'm struggling. I can't tell.
It goes back and forth.
It does. At
Every
some...
time he shifts position.
Maybe I need to get him deeper into the village so he looks less like he's cosplaying.
Maybe you look... And like, maybe you look better in the castle? No, I'm not sure that... I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think it's also because he looks like he's going to formal. Like, distinctly, like, year 12 formal. That hat is 2010 formal wear. And not like formal wear important place, formal wear high school. So
Yes.
I'm struggling a little.
Don't know what to make of this situation.
Gross.
Well, he's dead. He's definitely not coming back.
Man, he's definitely not coming back in Rush Hour 2. Have you seen Rush Hour?
Yes, I have seen Rush Hour.
Woo! Hey, that's important.
It's important MIM culture things I should know.
Broke. Broke. Have you seen Godfather? Woke. Have you seen Rush Hour? Zeke is saying, Mim, can I make a request? Sure. Is it going to be...
What's up?
Have you seen Rush Hour TV? I didn't know there was such thing.
Well, now we know.
I can't change his outfit. Usual outfit plus glasses? I can't do that yet, but I'll do it later.
One step at a time.
Honestly, at this stage, once we get to the next chapter, I'll probably step out, change him, come back.
You can only handle this for so long.
It's like, it's snazzy. By Jove, it's jazzy. But is it good?
Hard to tell.
Hi, Satan.
Hi, Satan. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, this is Rom, who I've been yelling, Rom, what do I do?
Yeah, I'm often in chat giving pointers. Sometimes I am in D&D giving pointy knives to people, and today I am here making pointy comments. That's what you get for pissing on our village.
I can hear... I was about to say I can understand, but I didn't. I have understood more of their Spanish than I did the first time I played the game. Because I heard yo necesito something.
Yeah, you've been doing Duolingo Spanish. So.
I have. I'm on a 38-day streak.
Wow.
Wait, 35.
Over a month.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
What can I say? You,
Absolutely nothing.
Yo bebo la leche, I guess I could say. I drink the milk. Which is a very important thing for me to say.
I drink your milkshake. Hi, buddy.
This just keeps getting worse.
Well, you disposed of him quite more quickly than you did the first time.
Thank you. Wow, you're doing better than when you had no experience whatsoever. No guns. For does the woman eat the apple? La mujer? Something. Is it oh, manzana? I don't know. Como in Samoan is a swear word, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
So what happens when you know so many languages? At some point, they start crossing over.
Yeah, I know some words. Come la manzanas? Maybe. That's what I would assume. Microm! You missed all the Ada! Microm was here a little, and then, like, all the Ada came, and I was looking, like, where's Microm? Microm was nowhere to be found.
Your girl's here.
Oh. Does Ada get a 20s outfit?
I don't think Ada gets different outfits.
Rude. What?
In this game. I mean, she might. I might be missing something, but...
Does she have her campaign in the
I don't
remake?
remember. But she might get new outfits when her DLC comes out.
Oh, they're gonna release the DLC. Her Separate Ways DLC?
Yeah.
I never played the original.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been keeping up with the news, but I'm pretty sure that's been confirmed at this point.
Nice. Maybe if he didn't have the scarf on.
Well, we can't take that off, so regrettably we have to deal with it.
Bruce, this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your secret?
Hunnigan.
President's daughter, Baby Eagle.
Our lady.
I believe she's in this village.
She's so cute.
She's...
Give me an egg. Nice.
Kick!
Need a location of
Everyone's here.
She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Thank you! Sorry, I was listening.
Something's happened to people here. My escorts are...
Fucking dead.
Gotta go. Very cash.
So casual.
Give me an egg. Nice.
Thank you, Kick. My gosh. Just
you,
in time.
Kick.
Oh, you can see his facial expression when his hair's not in his eyes. Sorry.
That's what he doesn't want.
Oh yeah, you can see him cry. You can see that single tear roll down his cheek.
Yeah. Conceal, don't feel.
He do
Don't let
though.
the government know.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Actually, he is. Since when? What? Was he always there?
It's been... No, this is New Game Plus.
Oh, okay.
I've got something new for you.
Thank you,
He
Kickstra.
just shows up. Thank you.
Oh, this is how you end up with the juicy goods.
There's some things, all kinds of trinkets in this clown's castle. You've got a soft spot for treasure, eh?
I just got here and I need all the shiny things to cope with what just happened.
Oh, Leon, I thought you were talking about yourself. I was like, you okay? What? What just
I'm
happened?
good.
Yeah, you're watching so many people play games you want them to play.
So much.
I'm gonna just mow through this village real quick.
Yeah, just cut down everyone that stands in your way.
Yeah. I'm gonna play this game the way the memes say that Leon plays this game. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get into that,
Yes.
actually. Hater
It's
hours.
rocket launchers.
Yeah. Actually, this is what happened.
Kimbo.
Oh, yeah. What's the word? So I can... I remember last time when we played DMC, like, the game was all like, good vibes, and then, like, one of our post-game unpacks was just, like, bitching for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun to bitch.
Sometimes it's necessary.
You gotta vent that.
I wasn't even
Get
fully
that out of your
bitching.
system.
I think it was kind of bitching. I ended up backpedaling on most of it because I ended up liking
I know.
Rom.
But you gotta
Disappointed.
get out of your system anyway.
Yeah. So wait, I
know.
what?
I know people. I can hear them grunting over there.
Oh.
Don't step in a bear trap this time. Like, at all. If you step in a single bear trap, you'll have to restart the whole game. This is my new challenge I bestow upon you.
You sure? Because I'll take it.
No, then we definitely are not
Yeah,
gonna get
exactly.
it. Try not to step in a bear trap through this beginning area, maybe.
Why?
I don't know, just for the challenge. Just see if you can do it.
Okay, I'll try. Enjoy the look of the ground, folks, because I'm going to be staring at it. Where are they? Oh!
When I first played, I tried to crawl under the truck there to see if I could do it. Mm-hmm. I couldn't, and I died.
You died how? Did you get run over?
I got stabbed.
Oh, right.
I got decapitated by a pitchfork.
Oh, yikes.
Half because, like, I tried to do something dumb, i.e. crawl under. See if Leon was able to stealth that thoroughly.
Oh, like flat on his stomach? Army crawl?
Yeah. Yeah. On the other side, there's, like, a big gap there.
Oh, yeah, I can see how you thought that.
So I was like, maybe I can sneak in under there, and this can be all stealth. And it didn't. And then I got hurt, and then it's like, I don't want to have to lose supplies and health over my bullshittery, so I'm just gonna let them kill me.
Damn it! I immediately forgot the challenge.
Well,
He also said, damn it. Well,
new challenge. Everyone suggest a new challenge. Oh, hi, friend.
damn! He straightened up and then fainted.
That's what we call a snapback.
What the hell, Rom? Yeah, I guess so. I like when, like, no, that sounds awful. Never mind. I meant it in a slapstick humor way. You know when they show people get like knocked in the face and then they like straighten up, like they're at attention and then fall over? I think that's funny. But when you see it happen in like see it happen in blah, blah, in like boxing or whatever, it's like, oh god, that's scary. Their body, your brain. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. I hear you. What is that? Oh, it's a head. What the? Oh, there are pikes.
Yeah, I think you missed that the first time you played, and I just watched it fall and you walked past.
It's all like, do not enter, and I'm like, what?
The sign can't stop me, I can't read. Decapitated heads fall in your path and you just ignore them. Doesn't matter if you're illiterate, you also just don't notice the signs.
Being observant is a curse. Just don't observe things. Finally.
Stop observing.
I've said finally. Head. Well, no head for the person who lost it. But
well, this is a curse of capitalism.
Yeah,
Someone's
probably.
gonna lose head for someone else to get it.
I don't like it. Yeah. I don't like what's happening. I don't know how to process it. Well,
Destroy capitalism. Obviously.
yeah, okay, that's fair. Hello, bitches.
That's the solution. Be radicalized, everyone.
Be radical.
You should go up in the tower and snipe them off from there.
What
That'd
tower?
probably be easier than the tower behind you.
Oh.
The tower directly behind you that you just ran past.
Oh, shit.
That gets blown up later. Oh, damn.
Oh, that's... Oh, I can snipe them? I like sniping.
I mean, you don't have a sniper rifle. But
Oh, well...
it's a tower, so you can, like, bottleneck a bit easier.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, bear hug.
It's not a very good bear hug. Oh, no, I guess that was a bear hug. Oh, no, I don't want to stab you while you're on the ground. Oh, my lord.
Oh. Don't push him.
I'm wearing a suit,
Suit's
do
all
you
bloody
mind?
now.
Leon was hoping he was
Excuse
going to
me,
be on
pardon me.
his James Bond shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a bomb at that. Oh, no, a chicken. Can
You can explode the chicken, too.
they run at the same pace so I can catch them all in the trajectory of my bob-omb? Thank you. Whatever, just pop off.
There's a lot of chickens around. There'll be more.
I didn't mean the chicken. I meant the people.
I know.
Oh.
I'm just like, forget about the chickens.
Oh.
Kill them. Which is not usually my stance in games. Usually I'm very stubborn about not hurting animals in games. I remember I pretty much forced my brother to be a vegetarian in Breath of the Wild for a little while because I'm like, don't kill the animals.
I didn't know you could.
Well, you can make dishes without needing meat.
Yeah, yeah. This only applies to fiction for Rom.
Yeah, no,
I'm a
not
fictional
vegetarian.
vegan.
Oh, hey, look, it's different.
Cool. Glad I used my bomb. I wonder if Krause is not... the eyes. Little Big Planet, but worse.
Oh, yeah, so much worse. That head is exploded under that sack.
That's disgusting.
No head for that guy either.
Maybe too
He's
much
just
head for that
evil.
guy.
So much head it exploded into smithereens.
Is there
and now
such
he's
thing
just
as
a
too
worm.
much head? Apparently.
Meet Johnny. Yeah, there he is now.
Leon's cute. Look at him doing stuff. Oh, what? Cutscenes?
Yeah, I think you missed this last
Yeah, I
time.
did.
You did go through the door.
Oh, what the hell? Mad. Oh, he's actually so pretty. Sometimes the hat
He's
really...
a very pretty man.
Yeah.
Accentuates the face.
Yes. A hat is just a frame for the eyes from above. So I guess more like a shelf. Okay, that's
Except
dangerous.
your eyes are on the bottom shelf. There's a shotgun upstairs, you do remember.
Don't I have a shotgun in my hands?
I guess so, since this is New Game Plus. I keep forgetting you have all your guns.
Yeah, I'm just not using them because I suck.
Okay,
Whoa!
well, you also don't have any bullets. Clang!
I have some bullets. Ooh, that was hard of him. Ah! Oh shit! I'm dead. I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
Yep. Get it! Thank you, Krauser.
Thanks, Krauser, for nothing.
It's not dead yet. You might want to give yourself some room.
You know who would?
Feeling it?
No! Wait! Oh shit! I'm dead.
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
yeah.
We
This
gone.
is a bad situation.
Oh no, we good. I used one of them against the other
Hit
one.
a motherfucker
Oh.
with another motherfucker.
Yeah. There's so many of you. When's church? The cow's
I forgot
dead.
I'd say this, but when's church?
My Nana popping in like, you're coming back.
No, I just want all these guys to leave.
Dead.
Can't catch me in my pinstripe suit.
You can't. Oh, pinstripe suit.
No, I hear the bell.
I do
Just
too.
get out of here.
Go church. Go church. Go church. Repent. What? La come pan. I also eat bread.
I mean, if you're going to church, that is like one of the things they do there.
If you can call that bread.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sorry excuse for bread, but that is what they dub it. That is what they try to pass it off as.
He's so pretty.
He really is.
You can really see the
If he
confusion.
hadn't been extorted by the government, he could have been a male model.
Yeah. Oh my god, wait, we have to wait for his... Say the line, Bart. This bitch, that was personal.
He gave you the eyes.
Homosexual.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
I'm in love with him, it's embarrassing.
He's pretty good. He's a good lad. Well, so many troubles. So many problems.
troubles. It's funny, seeing his hair off his face, you can really see the confusion in his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he really goes like, what the
Puzzled
fuck?
Routes to Condor 1. I've identified a route to the lake. Look for a large windmill.
Are we gonna fight it?
Path on the far side of it.
Windmill. Copy that.
Do we meet
And be
Luis
Roost out.
around the windmill?
Just after it.
Okay. So
You'll meet Luis before you find the secret, so
Nice. He is my secret.
he is stuffed in a sack in a basement. That's pretty secretive.
I don't know what to say to that. Yeah, you're right.
Is this what they mean by bury your gaze?
Yes! I was waiting to make that joke, but I didn't want to have spoilers on my stream. Not this stream, the other stream.
Yes.
As soon as
This
he...
is not a spoiler for your stream.
Yeah. I'm sad. What? I just saw when they say enhanced super soldiers, they just mean they made their arms longer. What?
What, like regenerators?
Don't say that name here.
We haven't met them yet.
Yeah. I feel rude running through.
No one's around. Except that guy.
Rom, stop saying things! Here's Johnny. Johnny appears.
Fine. He's dead now.
Oh. Kickstroke has made a point. Do I have to listen? No.
No. Yeah, that was like a theory in the original game that people tested out. You couldn't do it in the original, but people were like, you should be able to. So in this game, they implemented it.
That's mad.
There's a herb up in that tower if you want it.
Okay.
Since you did go up there before. Watch out, bear trap.
Where?
You just narrowly avoided a bear trap, I think.
Rocks?
Yeah, right. No, a little bit further beyond the rocks. Other direction, not towards the chicken, the opposite direction of the chicken.
Oh.
I'm gonna walk you right into it.
Yeah. Did it on purpose.
There it is.
So we could see. Wanted to see the cut of his pants. Alright.
We'll just trigger it so we don't have to worry about it later when the tower falls down and dogs come after us.
That's a good point. I forgot about that too. Right, so I could have had a fun time up here, just being all like pew 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 pew. What the? Until
Until the floor gives out. Just to fuck with you.
Did you know that was gonna happen?
Can't have shit. Yes, I was trying to lure you up there during the fight just to be a piece of shit. I'm sorry, because it happened to me. So
can't trust anyone around here.
You beat the game already by avoiding that pitfall, so I just wanted you to have an experience. That didn't happen in the original game either, so the game is like the developers were trolling every player who used that technique in this fight by making the floor break this time around.
It's really funny. Thank you.
Like, we'll give you the bell cheat that you all wanted, but we're also gonna take your tower away.
Am I lost? No.
It's a wide open area with one direction.
That's a very easy place to get lost in.
Yeah, no, as soon as I said it, like as soon as the words left my mouth, I was like, that's right.
I'm about to be well, actually. Damn it, hell. I missed somehow. Just.
Must look good.
He does look good. Nothing else in his life is right, but he looks good.
Yeah, he's got that going for him.
Do I have an invincible knife? No. I don't.
No.
I have Krauser's shit knife that just broke.
Good riddance.
All I leave you, Leon, is this knife. And it breaks. Well, thanks.
Yeah, this is a good symbol for how my relationship with you went. Blocked a chainsaw, but then it became useless to me.
Useless.
There it is.
Should I give up, or should I just keep fighting windmills? Even if I lose my mind, I guess.
You are gonna be Plaga, so distinct possibility.
Don't remind me. This game is so neat and tight. I intended to play this game and like do a subtle review of it. Oh god, I didn't see you there. Sorry, lady.
Forgot to give you your complimentary bullet.
See, that 100% looked like I just initiated that. Like she was fine. She's just gardening.
Yeah.
Sorry. Call it preventative measures.
Yeah. She was going to.
That doesn't work here? Well, okay then. Sorry.
You needed to. You need to shoot the Glock from the other side, I'm afraid.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Any of you fuckers
Just
want to
kick
be a
it.
problem? Right?
The door is so brittle. You just killed a man with a single kick. I'm sure you could take out a door.
Yeah. Oh, whoopsie. Whoopsie doopsie. Whoopsie poopsie.
Oh, you on the ground now? That's unfortunate for you.
I look like such a dweeb.
Yeah, a little bit.
I miss Leon's jacket a bit.
Let's steal some garlic while we're here.
Okay.
They don't need it. Take it off the walls, ship it back to Hunnigan. Cook yourself something nice.
She just receives. Woo! My Han! Hello!
hello. Thank
Welcome.
you. Welcome.
Can you hear us? This is a Starbird raid. Aw. Yeah, winning, son? Yes, kind of. Because we're playing new
We're
game.
doing all right.
There's a cow. There's a
We haven't
pig.
died yet.
There's a chicken over there. I'll show you a chicken. Oh. Thank you for the raid. What were you guys playing? King of the Castle. No, I'm the king of the castle. What's king of the castle? I've never actually heard of that.
Yeah, I'm not familiar either. Hope you had a good time.
Yes.
Whatever the case. We're here replaying Resident Evil 4 Remake, so MIM's already beat it on their own. And now I'm here to guide them to secrets.
Remind me to hold some eggs. Keep them in my pocket.
Yes. Huck some eggs at our friends for fun.
If I scare the chicken, will it release eggs? You are
I mean-
unfazed. Oh, yep, it shot an egg.
It would have just done that without the bullet, but
Oh. Sorry.
yeah, it was a very dauntless chicken right there.
Oh my god, Sissel.
My cat just saw something outside, so meet our other co-host. This little guy. This little guy who has problems with the raccoons outside.
Yeah. Oh. That's Rom's cat, which we frequently hear during Meta Blues, but because Rom does the stream, like Rom manages to, what's the word, filter out the cat noises.
Yeah,
But
but we
we-
have certain filters and suppressors that help minimize background noise. So Sissel is decently silenced through those, but now you just get the raw, uncut cat screaming.
Yeah. Every now and then you'll hear a of Sissel doing a shit too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just massive. He's not even good at burying it, but he sure knows how to make it audible.
When you saying my cat's not good at burying its poop, I was like, how?
I know, you hear him and you're like, that must be so buried, and then I go to clean it up and it's just out. What are you even doing?
Playing. I think he was explaining himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the mic's not picking it up entirely, but he is screaming.
I got some of it.
We're picking up bits and pieces.
Ah, treasures. Does it because it's
Also,
fun
in the
to
middle
do.
of the night, he likes to fucking ram the door because he doesn't want to be in my room.
Just
Go
before,
to sleep!
just before stream room was like, I'm just gonna be
That stinks.
late because I can't find Sissel. Where was Sissel?
He was in the closet.
Again?
In a closet.
Oh.
Oh, you mean today? Not the other time?
No, yeah, today.
Today he was just in the dark because the rest of the abode is shut down for the night, and he's the black cat. So he was just somewhere in the darkness, and I had to find him.
Sorry, I just realized there were so many treasures that I missed.
Yeah, get your treasures. Get that money. Make that bread.
Okay. Don't know why I answered in such earnest. Okay, guess I will.
Leon.
Huh?
A very Leon response.
Make that bread.
The
okay.
government.
Oh, yeah, like I have a choice. Cecil does it because it's fun to do and he likes doing it. Yeah, like rolling toilet paper out.
Yeah.
¿Dónde estás? Oh,
Drop that pitchfork.
yeah, at once. And that body.
Church is on. It's a day of rest.
Yeah. In pieces. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, okay.
You're going to go in here and you're not going to get blown up. 'Cause
Nope.
that would be silly.
No, yeah, of course. I just do it to play with you. I'm just kidding.
You're the one that gets blown up, so it's really no skin off my
In real life?
Get blown up and find out.
Damn, fuck. Okay.
Shotgun shell.
Oh, you're singing my song.
It's infected my brain now. I do it on my own time.
Good. Oh, that's cute. My power.
Yeah.
I love infecting
Infect me with
people's
so
brains.
many verbal mannerisms.
Good. I deliberately make my mannerisms like wrong as well. like Thep's nickname. The fact that stuck is such a win for me. I like not only infecting people's language, but infecting it wrong.
Come back wrong when you
Yeah.
listen to MIM too long.
Mm. My steady disrespect of, like, I don't know, English, I guess.
You got so many herbs. Look at you.
I know, right? I'm a freaking salad bar right now.
Yeah. Those salad mixes you can get at the grocery store. That's you right now.
Yeah, eggs and salad and... Is that fish? Nope, it's resources. But
Maybe don't dump those in your salad. I think that might break a tooth or two. I sure hope being extorted by the government at least comes with good dental.
I'm sure it does.
Can't have your best agent taken out by a cavity.
Use gunpowder for pepper. Yeah. Spice of life. Are we gonna have a problem?
I mean, I seem to recall a bull.
Yeah, same. There he is.
Yeah.
Sound like the little kid from Wild Thornberries. Can you die, please?
Can you just like calm down?
Oh wow, you died real elegantly. It was like a little.
He just did a little wiggle and collapsed.
Yeah.
Leon rubbing his shotgun shoulder.
I know. I saw someone point out like that's where he got shot in the previous game.
Yeah, technically, that's where he got shot when he was protecting Ada.
Yeah. So which is a nice feature as well. Like he has a lasting injury.
Yeah, old wounds, just like Ada.
Yeah, I guess.
Can you believe that you still have a pain in your shoulder from the lady who took advantage of you and then died and then comes back and keeps being duplicitous? I'm to suplex you.
I know.
Oh, you can shoot him in the knees more frequently to try and force them to take a knee if you want more opportunities.
I could do that, yeah. Opportunities. Upper, shoot these knees. Upper, I have needs.
Take him out. Yeah, well, nobody seems to care about that, Leon.
Damn, okay.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
If I could change it for you, I would, but...
I know, I'd move mountains for this idiot.
I'm just waiting. You could just disable it.
Nah, keeping it there just to keep you on your toes.
Me, okay. I see how it is.
You know who would immediately fall for Leon in this outfit?
No.
Who do you think?
Lewis?
Well, yeah, obviously. Thanks for bringing it up! Oh god, would have broken your damn legs.
It smashes his face.
How do I not have the key for that?
Oh, well, that's something you get later. You can come back
Can I buy
here.
it from the merchant?
I don't think so. Maybe it's different.
Okay. I was implying Dante
No.
would immediately fall in love with him, is what I was saying.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I was only thinking of within this realm of the game.
Dante
That
is
is
in
in
this
front
game.
of me. Oh, you're so right. I
Yeah.
just don't have a good memory of the game.
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
Forgot that whole chapter that was all about him?
Yeah, yeah, it's coming back to me.
Yeah.
Capcom loves making their characters all legs.
Truly.
The leg to torso ratio on these men.
It's obscene. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like stuff the other way. Did you like supplies if you want it
I thought
around the other corner?
What? I thought I tried to open that door.
Oh no,
No,
it's not there.
Oh.
Further, go further.
Oh right. Oh right. Okay.
Little nook,
Thank you.
nook of supplies over here. Not that you need it, salad bar. You're doing great.
Right. Or ensalada. I don't know how to say bar, but I can say car. Caro. Wait, is that street or house? No, house is casa.
Yeah, we just don't know. We've just designed an entire neighborhood.
I was gonna say that the Capcom dudes are always all leg, but that's a lie because Ace Attorney is always shoulders. All of those characters are all
Ace
shoulders.
Attorney is such shoulders on those guys.
Yeah. They either have the girth or the length. Never both.
It's got to go somewhere.
Dante's kind of no juicy. That's the word. Anyway, no, I don't want to think about Dante.
This ain't about him.
It's always about him.
Leon wishes. These trying times.
I wonder if Leon's a fan of the Devil May Cry series. The other day I was like, I mentioned that he would like the Fast and Furious franchise. I feel like that is the only movie he can like cope with.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
It's not much this man can cope with, and yet he can cope with so much.
He shouldn't though.
He really should.
Un forastero.
Yeah, you evaded.
I did. I didn't get quashed. To smithereens.
Always good.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Are you throwing dynamite at me?
I think they're just throwing axes.
No, that's okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Do you want to die today? Hey, so them making the ending song sound like a freaking duet with Mr. Sarah is so rude.
Yeah, just to stab you one last time on the way out. Right
Yeah.
in the kidney.
Man.
Yeah, they've really, really hammered home the Luis feelings in this one.
Yeah. I'm so glad because it's like I wanted them to do it.
Yeah.
And they hit it. I'm just like, it actually made me nervous about Zelda. Because I was like, I've been talking about like Luis since I played this. Did Luis die? I don't know, Micro, did he?
Anyway, what were you saying about Zelda?
Oh yeah. So like I was I've been talking about rewriting this game for so long and it came through like so much. And then I've also been talking about Ganondorf for like my entire life.
Ever.
Yeah, since Breath of the Wild. And I'm kind of not as confident that I will be rewarded for that talking because I don't have the same kind of like expectation of the writing. But
yeah, Zelda writing is different.
Yeah, but
and not bad, just like yeah.
They
have different goals with those games, whereas
Yeah.
these ones you can really feel them committing to their narrative.
Yeah, I can feel the shape of their writing sensibilities and it's good.
Yeah.
And of course that, you know, obviously very, very different. Because Luis is
absolutely.
still a main character that is meant to be redeemable, as opposed to literally the villain of the entire series. I forgot.
It finally happened.
Wow. Hello.
Hi, friends. There's a bear trap right in front of you.
Yeah, I got it. I'll eat it.
I'll bite the bear trap before it can bite me.
Yeah.
Sticks your face in the bear trap.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, he died real sad.
Oh, get him. He's wiggling.
Oh, no, he's
We gotta
wiggling.
wiggle.
Oh, boy. Not in my suit.
Excuse me, my guts.
It's a rental.
Shouldn't have brought it to Spain then.
You want it to look pretty? Oh, synchronicity. Oh god. Bear traps. Ow, my body.
Your axe out of my neck.
I kicked him in the legs.
My legs versus your legs. Who's got the better stats?
Jesus. Ugh, I need to exercise all of my thoughts about Luis.
Feel free to. We're about to meet him, so feel free.
True.
He's wiggling around in a sack somewhere in this fishing village.
Yeah. It's kind of rude that they didn't just kill him.
Yeah. Well, I told you about the theory that they were going to just reinfect him. That Mendez coming down with that syringe was to reinfect Luis. But then Leon showed up and they're like, we'll give it to him, actually. Shit. That worked out. I guess, like, Luis is brilliant. Having him as an infected puppet to continue doing the research would be valuable.
It would be. Why would they get rid of him when they could utilize him? Give him worms again. He was
make him do everything he grew to hate doing. Force him to live a puppet's life as a researcher, forcing other people to become puppets of Sadler, get infected, and other such horrible ends to their lives. Because once you're wormed, that's pretty much the end of your life, at least as an independent being with your own thoughts and stuff. You become part of the hive mind. Stop ducking. Get shot.
Will that explode if I just shoot it in her hand and it's not lit?
I don't think so.
Yep.
Oh, well, okay. I never tried, so I didn't know if that would work, but hey, experimentation.
Ooh, there's an interesting and contentious description. I actually saw people talking about that the other day and I tried to, like, not think about it. The comparison between Luis and Mia.
Yeah.
But that kind of highlights a qualm that I had with 8. I love 8 very, very much. Like, I feel like when people start complaining about 8, it's because they hate the whole game because they're, like, anti-7 and 8, which is weird. I love those games.
Yeah.
But Mia was
It's the RE fandom. What do you expect?
I don't... Anytime I have a thought, I go to look at what everyone is, like, popularly saying in Resident Evil fandom, and it's always the opposite.
It's always dog shit, yeah.
It's always exactly opposite of what I was hoping to see. But
absolutely. That's why you never approach the RE fandom.
I can see why you dragged me into it.
Yeah, it's like I need someone.
Well, I'm glad because I feel like brought all the other cool kids to the yard that read.
Yes. We're the good RE fandom around here. Everyone else is insufferable. As someone who's been in the RE, not really been in the RE fandom, but observed the RE fandom at a safe distance for the majority of my life.
Yeah.
God, they're exhausting.
I will say, the fan responses to Resident Evil are part of why I like never thought to play it, because I feel like optically Resident Evil comes across as the game that inspires most of its most noisy fan base, but both of those things are incorrect.
Yeah.
And it's weird to see. Whereas, I keep saying this, but I'm always surprised that, for example, the Devil May Cry fan group is usually...
They're so cool, so chill. Like, Devil May Cry fans are just, like, cool people.
Other than Nero. Nero's, like, the
one sticking point that gets people divergent in their opinions quite harshly.
Yeah. As soon as someone's like, Nero, I'm like, yeah, you're out. You join the rest.
You have been pruned.
Yeah. I didn't like Nero. None of the other DMC characters want to hear you talk shit about Nero.
Yeah, literally none of them.
How dare you say that? Dante's better. You know who doesn't want to hear that? Dante. Anyway, I keep talking about freaking... It's hard not to talk about all of the Capcom games when I'm talking about this one, because I feel like Capcom stays winning so much.
They're in a very good time in their life right now. In their lifetime as a company and developers of games, they're in a very good place right now. They've had ups and downs, but certainly the Capcom era as it stands is doing very well for itself.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm sure this isn't important.
I saw someone say something about this in the credits. So let's look at this table more closely now. Hey, look, a science table. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's lots of little science things here.
Yeah, gadgets and gizmos and a photo of somebody with an old man.
Curious.
Curious.
I'm sure this means nothing.
Me too. Oh no, Rom!
Guitar.
It's okay.
Give it a little strum. Sing a little song. You could switch out the scope for something that's not infrared if you wanted.
What is that? The second thing.
Looks like a building.
Oh, I see guts. Oh, I see.
It's like foliage around the edges, and maybe the shot of a field and a building, or water and the island. It could be the island.
Maybe.
I'm not entirely sure. It's the low poly, so I'm not, and I didn't look that close at those, or if I did, I don't remember what was on them when I played. If they were the same low poly on when I played them or not.
I'm gonna ask Martine's question out loud. Hey, Rom, whose house is this?
Not Louise's.
Whose house is it then?
I don't think it's stated clearly.
Okay.
But the roof's gone.
Yeah. Damn, aggressive.
This fake out is so funny because they have a closet right there, and you enter the room, and then you turn the corner, and it's this guy slamming on the floor. Like, this is the closet that Louise was in, but not this time.
Yeah.
Tricked ya.
Oh. Wow, you didn't react to that at all. Gentlest kill. I'm so sorry. That took too long.
Stabs you gently into the night.
Oh, he's got the shoes on? Oh my god.
Look at you. Fancy mans. Down we go.
I want to see my little boy.
What if I threw an
It
egg?
is.
No.
Oh,
Damn.
wait. Who's in there? With an egg.
Won't let me shoot it for some reason.
Yeah. Too good a guy. He's got to make sure whatever's in there is a zombie.
So true. Luis like, did I go back in time? What is this?
How long have I been in that sack?
Seemed like you really wanted to talk. How observant, senor. Now, say,
Damn it, I finally accomplished time travel. Now I can fix my mistakes.
If only. Unfortunately, only continues to march forward. Anyway, here's the fear in our friend's eyes.
Yeah, you know what I love about this scene? Other than this now reminding me of plug or no plugging, which is the screenshot I used for that meme.
Yeah.
Oh man, what is it? I earlier was saying, like, he reacts scared for his own life, but then when Leon gets... He's, like, scared for Leon's life. It kills.
It stings.
To see someone infected right in front of you when you're trying to make people not infected anymore.
Do you feel powerless?
Stop right there.
Shit.
God, Leon.
Wow. Okay.
You have some heavy drinking in the bar. You need a ride home.
He is... Somehow, even with wearing that box of a suit, he does look like his legs go on for 500 kilometers.
It really does. Like...
Sorry, it was that you've been hit by...
I'm measuring it with my fingers here, and his leg is longer than his upper body when he's slouched like that.
I know.
That's so much leg on a man.
He's got the Powerpuff Girl anime proportions. The Sailor Moon proportions.
He does want to fight evil by moonlight.
He
would love to win love, but not in no cards for him.
You have to move the scarf. Oh, damn it. What's the scarf good for?
Not protecting you from Plagas.
Is the next scene gonna be with the...
I assume so. I don't see why it wouldn't be, so we'll get ready for that.
I guess so.
Unless you want to change him out.
No. We'll do it like this now, just for the vibes. And then we'll go back and rewatch it with other outfits on.
Just every outfit. Swap them out.
You've been hit by pew pew.
But what's everyone? No, I feel like that's not a good question to ask right now.
Uh-oh.
Start a fight.
I mean, they're about to.
So true. How many outfits are there? I only got one. Wait, 2 if I get the jacket, maybe.
Yeah, I think you only bought the one?
Yeah, I can buy more.
You will receive our most sacred body.
Well, who does he sound like more?
Now.
Oh, you keep the hat? How nice of them.
They just put it back on you after you pass out.
Stop it. Hey, Yankee. Got your name? Leon. Quiet, eh? I'm Luis Serra. Guess you, me, at the wrong spot to vacation, eh? Hey, stop it. You move, I move. Pick up my messages. I can see you're thinking. Bet you've been in spots like this before. Hmm?
Why? You didn't have to bite his lip while he said it, asshole.
Yeah, I know. That's such an expression.
One more guess. Maybe. Some missing señorita? Young girl? Talk. Now. All right. See. Heard chatter about moving a señorita. Moving her? Where? Who knows? But later, saw some men dragging someone to the old church.
Once again, I have sat through this entire scene in silence.
You just gotta admire it.
Yeah. I will admit, I genuinely have thoughts about this other than, oh, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I have
know,
so
you have
many
shared
thoughts.
some of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I shared them with you, but on stream I just was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah? But like,
Yeah.
I share all my intellectual thoughts after this.
Hey, we're not done here.
He's so
Later, amigo.
annoying.
Yeah. That's such jackass behavior right there.
Yeah.
But we love it. But out your gear.
Empty.
They kept the phone charms, though.
Thank you. I'm gonna restart.
Condor one to roost. I've located the eagle. It sounds like
We're gonna watch that again.
church.
Great. That's good news.
I heard it from this guy I met. He said his name is Luis Serra. There's something fishy about him. I need you to run a background check.
Will call Condor 1. I'll see what I can find. In the meantime, make your way to that church.
Right. I'm probably due for confession anyway. Condor 1. Out.
I forgot.
We're playing Leon Kennedy.
Yeah, I forgot. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the main menu and sorry, that whole scene but with like his little stupid sunglasses on. I say stupid sunglasses knowing that I love those sunglasses. Like,
you do. You gave sunglasses not like those specifically, but similar to Willow Jenkins.
They are invoking the same, like, which is, I also gave that hat to Willow Jenkins, which is why I'm feeling particularly like, leave me alone. Don't, like, they're so nice to me all the time. How big is your attaché case right now? Attaché? How do you say that word? Itachi? Uchiha?
Attaché.
Attaché. Attaché?
I don't know.
Attaché. Both of us just not pronouncers of words.
No, I don't know what words are. A miserable pile of secrets related to me.
Malachis and flutelets and whatnot.
Yeah.
Extra content. Alright, so we only have one of his outfits unlocked. I could get him a fun little hat though. And an eye patch. So he can cosplay, and he can cosplay Willow, and he can maybe, or he can have cat eye sunglasses, but not until he gets the cat ears. Attaché! Okay.
Yeah, attaché. I was right.
Face guard.
Because I've used it so often as N now that it actually has sunk in.
Oh, nice. Proud of you. Oh my god, no, don't.
Something new in my vocabulary.
Yes. Baku only knows the French way to say it. Ha! Sucker. Which is the
What,
bad
like
way.
Sylvain?
Huh?
What, like Sylvain?
Oh, so true. I was like, I literally paused like, why are you bringing up Sylvain right now?
It's just a name. It doesn't have to be attached to that whore. Anyway.
Who are we right now? What's going on?
We're in the start menu, so there's nothing else to talk about.
Okay.
we wildin'.
I guess. Flight cap. All of that, but he's wearing a fluffy hat. Should we do all of that, but he's wearing a, I pressed continue. Well, he's wearing a fluffy hat.
Well, we're about to find out, I guess.
He's catching strays, even. Oh, Sylvain? Every time I hear an English speaker say liqueur, it kills something vile in me. Good. Liqueur, papillon, what's some other, oh my god, I can't think of any French words. Bonjour, bonjour even. I should think of a French
I feel like
song.
I willfully repress French. Like, it's on every single package in Canada.
Yeah.
You have to. Like, it's mandatory to have French and English on your packaging in Canada. And I feel like that makes me ignore it even harder. Kind of like church did for Christianity. I feel like nothing ever sank in for me in terms of church and its surrounding stuff.
Stuff.
Because I was just so. Oh my god! Look at this fucking dork.
He looks like he's going to an anime convention now, even more so than before.
God, your hat.
Louis like, quiet, Taipei. What's with the hat? Are you a pilot?
Do you crash here?
Literally. Oh, all of the different outfits in this game. changing Luis's approach of like what he thinks when he first sees Leon. Like, cat boy. Okay.
You may also be my only hope, so I suppose I will adapt.
I don't know how to, like, Leon looks like he... He doesn't even look like a pilot. He looks like someone... How do I say?
He looks like a Canadian.
Yeah, I guess
He's
so.
wearing a toque.
Just the toque, though.
Yeah, just the toque. It also looks like he's wearing it in the wrong season.
Yeah, exactly. His little floppy ears.
Yeah.
Got a real leather toque. Canadian lumberjack, but like one you see on a calendar.
Yeah.
Where do you buy that calendar? I don't know how to explain this. He also looks like he owns a Game Boy. I don't know how to...
There's something up with this look. This look is inspiring something, and most of it contains question marks.
Yeah, it's the like you know, like a 90s movie geek character? And this is the sign of, like, I have anxiety. This is their anxiety beanie, you know?
Right.
Yeah, this is his comfort beanie, and he wears it even if he's wearing his t-shirt. That kind of person is what I'm trying to say.
That's good news.
Give Leon any comfort he can possibly have. He
No,
needs
honestly, yeah.
There's something fishy about him. I need you to run a background check.
We're gonna watch this scene as many times as it takes.
Make your way to that church.
Right.
It's a good scene, and it should be appreciated in every outfit available.
He's so cute. He actually looks very cute in this hat.
He does.
He looks snug.
Maybe we'll get a Resident Evil game with Leon in some freezing cold location. And he'll wear a nice fluffy hat then.
Maybe. I don't want him to have any more games where he's not comfortable. I just want him to be happy.
At least let him have breakfast.
I didn't need to leave. I just needed to take off the hat.
Well, we're doing it again.
Oh well. My bad. We'll watch it one more time, this time with sunglasses.
Yes.
Oh well. Do it again with the shades.
Oh no. What a shame. We have to watch the most homosexual scene in Resident Evil 4 again.
Most?
I mean, that might be an overstatement.
No,
But
I think it's
it
pretty
certainly
close.
contains. It's up there. Definitely top 3.
Trying to think. I think that's... Yeah. Maybe so. Damn. Should make a tally. Make a list.
Yeah, everyone make a list right now.
I know some would say that the Krauser fight, but I feel like it got toned down in this game almost.
Yeah, I do too.
Maybe it's because I liked him less. But
Yeah.
because I knew him more, I was like, eh. It was more just like awkward. Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Though I guess him being responsible for the stab in the back thing.
Mm-hmm.
That dialed something up. Nothing good.
Nothing good happened here.
No. I will say, in earnest, I do love the rhythm of this scene.
It's very good. It's just
Yeah.
such a good scene.
And not just for the, like, fact that... You know how, like, every... Oh, how nice. They kept his glasses on.
Propped them back on his face and left the room.
He needs to be able to see.
Yankee. Got a name?
Villagers can't distinguish between normal glasses and sunglasses, so we just put them on anyway.
Oh, their prescription.
Guess you, me, the wrong spot to
Okay, I know I need to stop threatening videos. Yeah. But like, if I were to make a video about this scene, the only way I can think to talk about this scene is in literal sound wave rhythms, because I hate to sound like a wanker, but I do it anyway. Welcome to my channel. The musicality of this stream is like immaculate. I feel like you could put music to this and it would play perfectly well to a rhythm. And it's such a good song.
My favorite song.
I also love meeting scenes that basically describe everything that's going to happen with the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Luis's trajectory through this entire arc is like mapped out in this scene. Resident Evil's really good at doing that.
Yeah, they got some really tight writing.
I like, they maintain the pace of their game. So like, Resident Evil's not a game where you really need a plot that makes a lot of sense, obviously, because this game first existed as a game that didn't have a plot. Like, it has a plot, but it didn't really like coherently.
Not much.
Yeah, there was enough, but mostly to extrapolate from, not necessarily like given to you.
Yeah.
And sorry, just needed to watch him do that shit thing once more. Nice.
Yeah, I think the original like guy who led Resident Evil 4 was like the main thing I hope they change with the remake is they make the story better.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly.
It sounds like she's being.
That's it makes me so proud.
That's good news.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always feel really like
Said his name is Luis Serra.
sorry, just listening to this motherfucker talk again.
I need you to run a background check.
Will Cole Condor 1. I'll see what I can find.
It's like hard to talk over this specifically because it's so loud.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm probably due for confession anyway. Condor 1. Out.
What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, I'm always so like when people put care into a game, I always feel like congratulating them and being like, be proud of yourself, it's so good.
Yeah, you put a lot of work into this.
Yeah.
You should be proud.
And it's also nice seeing companies like, I guess, encouraging that kind of writing.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously gaming companies aren't always known to give a hot shit about their
the writing in their games.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
about what happens, and it sucks because you know that the writers are there and they want the things to be good, but they're probably just not being prioritized in the pipeline of production, which is annoying and timely. Do I have a knife? I do. Well,
You do.
Right at
Give
time.
him the old sneak jab.
in my glasses.
I'm gonna have a little blood splatter across the lens by the time you're done.
Oh no, I hope that doesn't get emulated in any D&D games we're currently playing.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That would be terrible.
Wilfred. I'm gonna finish
Preferably
your
with the
tax
eyes
time.
still intact.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have a gun. I forgot. Pizza's ready.
Knife sneak time. It's an incredibly blue pizza.
I can still eat
And
it.
tiny.
It's a personal pizza.
You ever heard of a mug cake? This is like that, but it's pizza.
Have you heard of a mug cake?
I have.
Good. They're
I've
average
not
at
eaten
best.
one on account of I don't eat anything sweet except maybe fruit sometimes, but I've heard of them.
Nice. They're average.
Good to know.
For if ever you
Just
wanted
like
to not
Leon.
eat one. What?
Just like Leon's life.
His life is probably distinctly below average. Excuse me, pardon me. I am not gonna get caught in the bear trap again, I promise. Shit! I actually thought it was over there. Oh, it is over there. There's two.
Yeah, there's two.
Oh, okay.
There's two.
Well,
Don't feel ashamed. I also got caught in a bear trap here.
I don't feel shame. Why would I feel shame?
I know, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, disappointing once they come out of the microwave. Mug cakes are always unpleasantly wet at the bottom.
Yeah, I imagine they don't cook like properly all the way through.
They cook, but it's like the condensation of the mug starts like soaking the bottom. But if you put ice cream with it or something, then you can't really tell once you get to the end. But by then you're
gotta
like,
trick yourself.
Yeah, by then you're like regretting the cake.
It's like, why did I do this?
I'll be taking these back.
I also appreciate the convenience of a mug cake. It'll do in a pinch. I see some people who are like, do you want to make a mug cake, but you don't want to make the mug cake? Here, follow the simple recipe. And I'm like, it uses 4 dishes. I'm already disinterested. Don't worry about it.
Yes. You've already expended my bothers.
Yeah. Beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. I feel like I'm jumping from like 100 things to the other, actually. Hello,
In terms of
Mitch.
topic?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what these streams are about, really.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Kind of talk shit as stuff comes and goes.
Speaking
Because
of...
we're not paying attention to the plot
So true.
as much.
Speaking of, you know what? I'm reminded of. So, as soon as this game finished and it was like really tightly written. Oh, that's what I was in the middle of saying. I just remembered. Sorry, I'll finish that one thought first. So what I was saying was these games are really tightly written, and I do like that the new plotline doesn't take anything away from the gameplay of the old plot. If you want to ignore it, you can. And like everything goes by so quick that it's not like it drags. It's not like it's a game that's like, now you are forced to deal with the narrative. It's still there, you can still kind of ignore it, but it's just tighter and better. And part of making it really tight and efficient at telling the story is layering every single scene with like a lot of meaning. So it's just really... And something I always point out about Capcom, I guess especially between Resident Evil and DMC, is like having subtext do a lot of the carrying and world building in the case of Resident Evil.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's
good.
It's like a bit of a masterclass, and I refer to it on my Twitter as like short story writing almost. Because
you don't have a lot of room to extrapolate on ideas. You got to really layer up each scene.
Yeah.
To do a lot of lifting to get that satisfying narrative.
Yeah.
And yeah, Capcom's pretty good at doing that. And it's good. It makes like they're fun games to play, and they've also usually got satisfying stories, especially in current era Capcom.
Yeah, very much. I guess
very well done.
I would say what DMC accomplishes with its weapons, like with the storytelling through weapons, is what Resident Evil accomplishes through world building.
Yeah.
You learn just as much if you like really read into those 2 elements specifically. You think too hard about all of the weapons Dante has, you start crying. You think too hard about the world that we're surviving in, you start crying. That's the Capcom special. Plus, like 2-minute cutscenes that ruin your entire life.
Yeah. And it's appropriate for each game's playstyle too, right? Because DMC is very much like you beat up everything you come across, and that's all you do in these rooms. Essentially. So having the storytelling be presented through the mechanics of the combat is really fitting. Whereas Resident Evil, as a having its origins in survival horror is a lot about exploring your environment and killing things, but also gathering puzzle pieces and information and clues to get you through the area. So putting the narrative into the environment is also very fitting for its genre.
Yeah. Very nice. While you're talking, spitting facts, I'm also looking for this remaining rat. I don't know where it is.
God, I had so much trouble with this because I was stubbornly refusing to use my bullets on the rat.
Oh.
Because I was like, I was in survival horror mode, and I was like, everything I have is limited, and I need to use it very carefully. So I'm not going to waste precious bullets on a rat. So I chased it around with a knife for like 10 minutes, and they are so hard to kill with a knife.
Oh my gosh.
But I was committed to saving my bullets, so I did it. They're very hard to kill when you are stubborn about your ammo.
I can imagine. Because I tried to stab them because I was thinking the same, and I was like, no, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I don't care that much.
Yeah. There was a time at the beginning there where I was like, can I even kill them? Are these killable with a knife?
But you could eventually?
I just couldn't get it. Yeah, I got one eventually. Eventually I got them like running in circles around me, and so I just stayed in one place and waited for it to come around.
You don't have the patience to fight a boss 50 times, but you do have the patience to make the rats trust you so that you can stab them when they get close. Okay. Alright, I see.
We have different thresholds. At least I wasn't dying the entire time. I had to sit there. I didn't have to do anything. I just had to earn the trust of a rat.
And then betray them.
Yeah.
Watch Metanoia Blues.
Yeah, this is why we play our respective characters, I guess.
We're like, I can afford to die again.
And like, patience. We earn the rat's trust, and then we stab it.
Man.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
And then there's Luca, who just got kidnapped. Watch Metanoia Blues.
Oh, yeah. Fuck's sake. Shit, man. Fuck. Ah, okay.
We'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
How have we procured these curiosities? You don't want to know. If you want a fighting chance out there, you best tune up your kit.
He says tune.
He does.
Anytime.
What is that accent?
It's pirate.
Yeah, you're right.
Why not treat
What was I talking about before I went off on the tangent?
Writing sensibilities?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So one of the things I was saying, man, as soon as this game finished and it was really successful and really fun and like really satisfyingly done, my mind immediately went, how are they gonna do this with 5?
Yeah, that's the big question now, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, I literally felt the question occur to me, and I was like, no, give yourself a moment longer to enjoy 4 before the dread of 5 sets in, because I am like such an ambassador at this case for like, yeah, Capcom seems to do everything that I expect them to, and the one game that I am like, about them tackling again is 5, which they have set up for in the ending of this game, I assume. That's what that little thing was.
Yeah, they have. You can see screenshots from the original RE5 on Wesker's screen in the final scene there. So
yeah. I look. It's not an irredeemable game, but
it has some problems.
It has some. Well, we'll just say first that Resident Evil uses its like optics a lot to tell a story. Resident Evil 5 is kind of the first game where those optics overrun the points a bit, and it's gonna be a lot of work to try and figure out how to fix it.
Yeah.
I can think of a few ways that they could do it, but I am a bit concerned, even with everything good they've been doing lately, that they
it's a very difficult arrangement they have there to rework.
Yeah. I can see the ways that they would work around it, but I don't know. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought about it very hard on my part.
I'm just
I'm enjoying what we have.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
It's one of those things where like they could ruin everything at that stage.
Yeah.
I don't want to be dramatic, but I'm also like,
They have a good thing going here.
yeah. One thing I am very excited for though is Sheva, because I feel like a lot of the issues with the plot could be solved in a way by focusing a lot more on her, if not just making her the main character. But I doubt that will happen. This is only speaking from the angle of the location. There is also the plot angle of like things like with Jill and all that. That's just not very satisfying. But you know what what might redeem it all for me?
Yeah.
Carlos. If they bring Carlos back, I might turn a blind eye to everything.
I mean, Carlos is pretty good.
He's pretty freaking good. So, like, you know.
And they did set him up really well in 3.
Why would they waste him? He's right there.
Truly, with that design,
come on. It's rough though, because like, for example, a lot of people already kind of misinterpret the vibe of this game. I understand why it looks like, oh yeah, American guy shows up at European village and like kills all the civilians. I'm like, that's kind of a very bad faith read of the plot. However, the way that Resident Evil 5 is framed, I can't even defend the game from how that looks and how that functions. Because even the game, as the plot stands right now, doesn't really care to field that at all. At least in this game, it's like, oh, the villagers are victims of this. This sucks. Although the significance of that read kind of gets less when you keep mowing through the towns anyway. Like right now, as I'm killing all of them, it's like, well, I'm still doing this for fun. But that's just a video game thing. How dare you inflict violence for fun? It's a video game. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know. That's where we start getting a bit blurry with the lines here.
Yeah.
Like, it's a game.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is a video game, and this is the point of the video game.
Yeah.
And not everything can be a deconstruction of violence bad.
Yeah. Besides, if you're killing evil CEOs, sometimes violence good, but let's not get into that.
Yeah.
But
that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
Even back when it came out, Resident Evil 5 was really contentious because of obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And like that whole sphere around media in general has only gotten a lot more intense since then. So
yeah, like it would be silly at this stage to release that. At this stage, I expected that they wouldn't even do a remake of that game because it's like,
honestly,
are you?
Like, yeah, honestly, I want, if they were gonna continue like on the trajectory of the narratives they're setting up with the 2, 3, and 4 remakes, I'm just like, do something completely different for 5.
Go somewhere
you can still
else.
bring, you can still bring like Chris back, and you can still like defeat Wesker and discover like the origin. The progenitor of the G virus or whatever. I forget the exacts. There's so many viruses and plagas in these games. Like you can still have those plot beats, and because they're referencing Jill's mind reading in the new movie trailer, I'm like, okay, I guess you can have that too, since you seem to want to stick to it.
I guess.
But like, they're change the other stuff.
Yeah.
Make all of that I just mentioned better, and change the other stuff that you probably should not be doing.
Yeah. It's funny because, well, it's not funny, but like, Resident Evil 5 was the first game I played of Resident Evil, and I was like, oh, I feel like I'm doing hate crimes. I'm not going to play this anymore. And then I stayed off Resident Evil until literally I streamed it. Like, it really ruined the series from a distance for me, because I was like,
that was the first one
yuck.
you played on your own.
Yeah.
Like, way back when.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Definitely not a good entry to the series.
No. Playing it after kind of getting the gist of what Resident Evil's about. Like, for example, the formula of Resident Evil is always, you find the victims. Oh no, the victims are zombie now. That sucks. Oh, but alas, we have to tragically kill the victims in order to get through and figure out what's happening. Blah, blah, blah. Like, that is the general RE formula. I wasn't aware of that at the time, so it just looked like guy wants to find his friend, shows up at a village and starts killing civilians, and I was like,
I don't like this. Don't like it. Yeah.
As well as that game trying
Absolutely.
to appeal to like the COD fans. So visually and like feeling wise, I was like, kind of feels bad.
Maybe not for me.
Maybe not. You know what game I started playing instead of 5? Do you remember MIM trivia time?
I should. What was it? No, I got nothing.
That's fine. I didn't expect you to think so hard about it. Sorry. It was DMC4.
I tried. I thought it was Devil May Cry, but I doubted myself, so I was like, no, I'm just making. This is a false memory I've made up.
Nah. It was literally my cousin. My cousin was living with us for a bit, and he had both of those games. And I started playing Resident Evil because I was like, oh yeah, everyone's talking about it, and I was like, this feels evil. Resident Evil.
This does feel evil. I think I won't play this.
Yeah, and then I was like, hey, that kid's cute. Had my little high school crush on Nero, obviously, because who shouldn't? And
look at him.
Look at him. I thought Dante was evil. I was like, who's this evil guy doing evil shit? Nero doesn't like him, so I don't like him. Yeah.
Punched his face into oblivion.
It's that guy that killed the Pope, until I knew that you were meant to kill the Pope. You mean in fiction,
the Pope
right?
is evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pope is full of demons.
Yeah. So the demon killed him. Spoilers.
Yeah. The good demon.
Whoa!
Though. It's complicated.
It is. Oh shit. Yeah, so that's fun, because I guess Resident Evil put me off so much that I ended up developing a fondness of DMC. But then my cousin moved out, and he took his games with him, and I couldn't finish DMC 4, so I never knew how that ended, and then I played it on stream 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then we enjoyed Resident Evil and DMC right here.
Yeah, all together now.
Yeah, it worked out in the end, I suppose.
Yeah. But, yeah, so RE5 was like the game breaker for me. And, you know, we played it. It was fun to play, but a lot of it was like...
Yeah. It was easier to kind of, like, breeze past it a bit because we were playing together and we were kind of goofing.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
The rough thing is that, like, Resident Evil 5 still follows the formula. It's just that because of the climate of the setting...
Yeah.
Everything in it feels bad, actually. We're all talking, like, in vagueness at the moment. For anyone who doesn't know what those games are about, they're probably like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? It's set in nebulous Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
First mistake.
Then I'm like, I see why you guys didn't want to set it anywhere else specific in Africa, because, well, there's a lot of baggage there. But funnily enough, you don't diffuse that baggage by just making it vague.
Yeah.
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 The thing is with this game, having a bit more of a, like, a real world read of it doesn't actually diminish any of the plot line, especially because of, like, where the... Woo!
Nice.
At what... Because of the countries involved, mainly. Like, it doesn't have that same, modern day tension that having a Cruz invade Africa does.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, there's just no other way of wording it. That's how it comes across. Even if that's not what they're trying to go for, it's so frustrating to play because I'm like, you guys have... there's some ways that the formula cannot actually work. And you've just proven it.
Some ways you shouldn't apply it.
So, it'll... the current writers have a lot of my, like, faith. Which is why I'm like, they're gonna ruin it, aren't they? No, don't think like that. People... Trust is made to be broken. But no, I'm sure you... I'm
like with that rat. Yeah.
What? Oh, right. Yeah. But, look, they've gotten time and money and resources and reflection to get... Look, this game is proof they got consultants. They did a lot of stuff in this game different that I'm like, oh, you've received consultants that care about, like, women and POC. Nice.
Yeah. Your optics have improved over the years,
yeah. So you know, maybe not all hope is lost. Maybe we can save Resident Evil 5.
Maybe so. We'll see what happens. I'll be very morbidly curious to watch what happens there. Whereas like this game inspired just like pure hype and excitement as more information came out, and it just looked so excellent.
Yeah.
5 is gonna be like is watching a train barrel towards something that could be a crash and just like standing there and waiting to see if it explodes or if it like manages to crash through the barrier and keep going.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's Chris.
Hello, stranger.
He
Yeah,
can crash
he
through
punch
barriers.
Yeah.
I guess.
He's certainly got the arms for it.
Just Chris windmilling wildly. Oh, man. And, you keep saying, oh, when I watch it, Rom, Resident Evil 5 Remake comes out, you're playing it with me.
No. I think what I'm describing is like watching trailers and information start coming out about the game and seeing what choices they make.
I didn't need to go that whole way. I just realized. Sorry, go on. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'd also be curious if they made it multiplayer, or if they're gonna make it a single player. That would also be an interesting choice to see if they made, because I know multiplayer was a product of its time for one thing. Like all games were being multiplayer, and it like really killed the horror genre because they're demanded to be multiplayer. So every game that should have been atmospheric solo time became a
give me an egg. Give me an egg.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing Resident Evil 5 gave us that we will hold on to.
Yeah. Always.
So I'd be curious if they carried that over to a remake.
That's a good point.
Try to make it. They've obviously really improved upon their AI companion since we got Luis.
That's a good point.
Because I know that was something that people really complained about, was that Sheva's AI wasn't that great.
Yeah,
so
apparently.
If you didn't have a friend to play with, then it was a challenge.
Capcom's like, get friends, loser.
Yeah. We made it bad on purpose so you would socialize.
That was your first mistake. Yeah. It was funny how quickly the dread set in. I didn't even mean it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, they're setting up a 5. They're setting up a 5.
5. Yeah, I'd just be happy if they made a whole different game for like Resident Evil 5 remake, something entirely different.
Yeah. It's one of those things, like, I like Chris. You know, I like Jill.
Yeah. Wish they were in a better written game.
Yeah. So fascinated by the trajectory of Resident Evil.
It is very interesting.
Yeah. I love the graphic. The way this moves. Leon just like...
He's doing his best, okay?
Mm. His movements all seem so desperate, which is very on brand for him.
He's a desperate little man.
Hmm. By Jove. I'm talking about 5 for so long that now I have a healthy dread in my chest.
No, we'll talk about something else. Unfortunately, now I'm thinking about Silent Hill.
I want to play Silent Hill.
I want you to play Silent Hill.
When Leon was having his hallway problems, I was like, man, I love stuff like this. I love psychological horror. I love playing with the location like that. And I was like, I think I'm going to change as a person when I play Silent Hill.
I certainly did.
Yeah, evidently, read Soul to Call.
Yeah, it's in my DNA, that game. Every day I find new ways in which that game is
affected you.
Yeah, built into my bones. I'm pretty sure I could recite the entirety of Silent Hill 3's script from memory.
Wow.
if tested.
If tested. Well, I look forward to the day that I can test you, I guess.
Yeah.
Test.
You play the game and I just like in chat am reading out the lines before they appear on the
Oh my
screen.
gosh. like watching a movie at an anime convention.
Yeah. But mainly I was thinking about just how fascinating it has been to watch like the original two survival horror like household names in video games develop over the years and what happened to both of them.
Oh, what do you mean? You talking about?
Like Resident Evil became went from a survival horror to a action series essentially, and like really started to die slowly.
Yeah.
5 and 6, like it started trying to appeal to everyone and be super action-y, and its stories got kind of progressively shittier. And the gameplay is like fun. It's still fun gameplay, but it was losing the finesse, and it was starting to deteriorate. But it picked itself up.
Yeah.
Picked itself up, and it worked itself back around from 7, 8, and now the remakes, and like it really rallied. Whereas Silent Hill, well,
I'm so sorry. Every time you bring up Silent Hill's legacy, I feel the need to pat you on the head. But
yeah.
I don't know enough about that to know I do kind of. What the shit? There was a guy here.
There's a guy here. You can just ignore him and run past into the house if you don't want to waste your time killing him.
Okay.
Because I didn't kill him the first time I played. I just.
Fuck! No! Okay.
Advice on my part. Yes, Baku Pachinko machines. Oh my gosh! I can't believe how badly this is on me. That's the front door. It's locked.
No! What the fuck? Rommie! What do you mean?
Watch out, there's bear traps here too.
But
there's a back door. There's a back trap.
Fuck's sake. I'm sweaty. I'm lost. Ah! Okay, wait.
Right there. It's right there.
It's right there. I'm good. Alright, okay, we good.
Except the guy on the toilet.
I remember him, don't worry.
How are you banana sleep? Peel slipping your way to safety, sissy.
Oh, he's still alive!
This is going well, I think.
Are you dead? Why did the door close like that?
Give him some privacy.
No, it on him. It broke his legs. Oh.
You've shitted for the last time.
Why is it still splashing? He shit so hard that it still got splashed back 10 seconds after you leave the toilet. Just like
That's powerful.
Someone has shown up their neighbors.
Okay, I have a headache now. That was so stressful.
Yeah, but maybe I wonder if it would have been less stressful to just kill the chainsaw.
Probably. I had a bomb ready and everything.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I didn't have. I panicked and I ran from the chainsaw guy, and that's how I ended up in here. Like, oh, this is safety. I'm good.
good for you. Can't relate. Do you remember what this was? The puzzle?
No clue. I think there was a baby.
Thanks.
There's a baby involved, but don't quote me on that. Egg.
egg. Baked egg. I can't wait to play Silent Hill.
Me too. I can't wait for you to play Silent Hill. So I finally have a fandom to enjoy with.
From like, I'll make my own.
But unfortunately, Silent Hill also has the problem where the fandom is largely unbearable.
Yeah, I remember one thing that you said, like that oh wait, sorry. Can you remember? Okay. Oh look, Rom, there is a baby. So we got plant, pig, baby.
Babe.
Plant, pig, baby. Plant, pig, baby, baby. Plant, pig, baby.
It's the circle of life.
I guess. Plant.
You got a plant and a baby. Just
so close. Pig, baby.
got it.
Plant, pig, baby. That's just a story of Chris Redfield's life. The pig is when he was a cop.
Yeah, like I got you. That's how I was following. Oh my god, the guy's back.
What the fuck?
You just shit and died?
What a beautiful day. What?
You're not done in here.
No. I was just opening the door, Rom. Jeez.
Yeah, so the chainsaw guy can come
Yeah, say hello.
relieve you of your head.
Oh yeah, we're talking about Silent Hill. I don't remember what you were saying. Oh yeah, it's funny because I kind of... What am I trying to say? Watching Resident Evil's, dare I say, descent in real time over the course of like a year, the year I marathoned all of Resident Evil, is like... It's fascinating to look at now because it's kind of funny, probably only because I had the remakes on my side, you know? I knew that the remakes were there, so I wasn't like crushed. But if I were like a fan when 5 and 6 came out, I probably would have been a bitch like the rest, you know?
Yeah, it's understandable. I could see where people were coming from when they were upset about 5 and 6, especially. I think you gotta turn it clockwise a bit, or just spin it around. Sure. Like you've got the points. Twist it. Bop it. I think you've got it in the wrong orientation.
Oh yeah, it's on the other side. I just realized. I need to roll it.
Yeah, turn it clockwise. Yeah.
No.
No, turn it
like that.
Clockwise.
Oh!
Sitting with the veins right for it. Just turn it clockwise and banging.
Do you mean roll it forward? What?
You keep spinning it.
Turn it clockwise. Turn it clockwise. Turn it clockwise.
I mean this so literally. Well, this is the room where the secret is. You just will have to come back to it later.
Oh, okay.
Because if you examine it before you pick up the key, or even after you pick up the key, turn around.
Yeah.
Further.
Oh, shit.
You can give that a pull. I think you need to give that a pull.
Oh.
But there's a trap door up there,
Yeah.
and if you give that lever a pull, I think it releases a little ladder, but you can't reach it without Ashley.
Oh.
And there's a secret up there.
The secret up there. Oh.
There's a secret up there, but you have to retrace your steps a bit after you acquire Ashley. So
that's fair. Time to watch Leon get beat up a little bit again.
Yay! Once again.
Oh, with his glasses on. You can't hit me, I'm wearing glasses. My god.
Everyone kicks in this game.
Yeah. Ow. Do you hear... Oh no, that's conceded. Thanks for holding him by an open window.
Blood has accepted
gift proper noun.
Yeah.
There's Ada! I come if you're still here.
If I were a villain, I would hope that my footfall was as profound as the big guys in these games. You know?
Yeah. They have iron boot kicks.
Yeah. Which enemy would you want the vibes of if you were a Resident Evil character? That's my question. I posed this to the chat as well. Even Thep, as you're falling asleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I mean, regrettably, my first thought is Regenerator.
Of course.
I just think, like, specifically the spiky ones, I just think if I could reach really far across the room and grab you and pull you into my spikes, I just think that'd be fun. And just, like, be the bane of most players' existences.
Rooster Condor 1, I've got that intel you requested on Louis Serra. It seems he used to be a researcher for Umbrella.
Umbrella? I should have left him in that bag to rot.
I'm sending you the details.
Hannigan laughing at that.
But baby Eagle's your priority.
Copy that. Making my way to the church. Condor 1, out.
Oh, that's funny. You have such powerful feelings.
You're funny.
Yeah. I feel like
he had an emotion.
Oh, you would have left him in that bag to rot. You, Leon Kennedy. I've seen you helping ducklings across the road. Please.
You haven't changed. You just think you have.
Oh God, this game's so nice.
Good time. Pull the lever, Leon.
Correct lever. All right, so I need to go fetch Ashley and then come back.
Yes.
How many more chapters away is Ashley?
2?
Yeah. Shit. We'll be playing this again on Thursday.
Go. Yeah, most likely. Because we gotta still deal with the fish.
Oh, the
sea
fish.
monster. We gotta do the whole lake section.
Shit.
The doggy. First the doggy.
Yeah, the dog. Oh no.
You too, huh?
Horrible question. Can you kill the dog?
Take care of yourself.
No, it leaves in this scene, and I don't think.
No, like.
No, I'm pretty sure he retracts his gun if you try to aim at it when it's helping you.
Okay. Can you?
I think I did that because like I was trying to get a closer look at the dog, so I aimed my gun right because that zooms in the camera a bit, and I'm pretty sure he pulled back.
Okay.
Like he does for people.
Right. Cute.
And I don't think the giant troll monster can kill the dog, but I've never let it try. So I try to kill that boss faster because the dog is there.
Yeah, same. You get that proficiency that you only get when like kids are around.
Yeah.
You know, like this mom learned how to lift a fridge with one hand because kids were in danger. Like that kind of energy, but Leon with his dog.
Yeah. I definitely have that in games when you give me something I need to protect.
Ashley.
Yeah. There's the door's up there, I think. You see that little offshoot to the left?
Oh. Well, I'm here now.
That's where we're going.
I'm here for treasure. I guess I shouldn't be getting treasure.
Now, if we're trying to speedrun
True.
the secrets, the treasure is probably secondary objective, but like it's your game.
I'm trying to like speedrun my feelings about Resident Evil before Zelda happens. I don't think I can start Zelda on the day, but I also feel like I can't not start Zelda on the day.
It's a conundrum.
Yeah. I think I think what I'm like, I would start playing Zelda on the day. I don't think I would start streaming Zelda on the day, you know?
Yeah,
So
I mean, one of my thoughts is like you could have a personal file and a stream file.
That's true.
Some people do that.
But then I don't have the time to play it twice, so I'm like, oh, I don't know. One of the things too is like I don't even know if anyone will be able to tune in because everyone else is gonna be playing it. So like, and
well, not me. So
yeah, just a stream with like
not because I don't want to. It's just it's not really in the cards for me right now.
yeah, nah, and that's fair too. I know that like a week or a few days isn't gonna make a lot of difference for a bunch of people anyway. But maybe I'll just give it a few days at least.
It's Zelda, so do it for you first and foremost.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do what you want to do.
It actually took me like 2 years to finish Breath of the Wild because I just kind of moseyed.
It's that kind of game.
Yeah.
It's such a good open world game that you want to explore all of it, which is not conducive to a quick finish.
No.
And this is where the tower explodes, I think.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Poor Leon. Your life sucks. Managed to avoid
So much for
spoilers.
friendly dogs.
Love how they I love how they preempt the dogs. Like you hear the distant howling.
Yeah.
It's nicely
There they are.
played.
Yeah, lots of great moments.
I will say there's like going back to like the finesse of these games. There is so much that they do as like just straight up proficient horror writers that I love very much as like a fan of the horror genre in general. Shit.
Yeah. They did a good job of like balancing the action and the horror aspects of this game to still give it some like really tense and scary moments while maintaining the action.
There's all different kinds of like scariness. I'm really glad obviously that they leaned into the whole like Plugger takes over your brain thing. Because, like, that's horrifying. They didn't really fully lean into that in the old game.
Yeah.
It was kind of just, like, backdrop. But you really feel, like, the horror of, like, not only... Whoa!
Hi, doggy. Got a lot of teeth there.
Fudge.
He rolled halfway across the field with that shot.
Yeah. Roll over. Are you kidding?
Is this your curse? This is why I said we couldn't restart the game every time you walk into a bear trap.
I'm the bear trap finder. But I only find them by walking into them.
Just caught in a bear trap. Found one.
Yeah, exactly. The world's worst minesweeper. Well, I'm the best, but I'm only,
you're
only
pretty
once.
good at it, but...
Short-lived, but exceptional at my job. Found
You're
one!
like the rocket launcher of minesweepers. Effective, but only usable once.
Yeah.
They'll make it count.
Even I was watching a horror movie the other day, and I was like, man, I just miss playing games. Games are like the perfect avenue for horror as a genre.
They're so good. I love horror games. They're like my favorite thing of all media, horror games, which is why everything I make is pretty much based off horror games.
Read Souls are cool.
Yeah. And comics, D&D characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
My bones are constructed of the survival horror genre of yore.
It's funny, I used to actually avoid playing horror games because they scared me. Like...
Well, they're doing their jobs, I suppose.
Because I was actually never very good with horror. I have an overactive imagination, so anytime like anything was remotely suggested to me that was scary, I'm like, I'm not gonna sleep ever in my life. Because it's just like, even if whatever you're watching or reading isn't like asking you to think too much about it, I'm gonna think too much about it.
Yeah. It's gonna get in your head.
Yeah, one of the curses of being MIM is like, oh boy, am I gonna elaborate on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so horror games was like I like playing games, they are fun, but if I am also in charge of the horror, it's gonna scare me more, so I kind of avoided them for a while.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, until, I don't know, I think it was The Last of Us was actually the first horror game I played. And I was like, oh, I love this. I love horror as a genre. Like, it's one of my main things. I don't know if anyone is aware of that, but prior to me playing all these games, I don't know if that was clear through a lot of the stuff I do, or I'm into, since I am always primarily talking about Zelda. You know, my favorite Zeldas, the horror ones.
The scary shit.
But yeah, what's the word? What was I saying? Big fan of horror, realized that I had been missing out on like the horror genre overall. Also, I think because horror video games had like that rep of being like pulpy and shit in a way. Something I learned later was not actually true about Resident Evil in a lot of ways. But you know, like when what's that specific brand of what am I trying to say?
I'm listening.
I'm trying to say it.
I believe in you.
The only shorthand I can think of is like horror movies that hate women, for example.
Oh yeah.
And then like there's a lot of I had like a big phase of exhaustion with video games in general where I was just like, I'm really tired of watching stuff written by misogynists. Like I just can't be bothered anymore. I'm going to read solely independent stuff and like stuff written by gays and women and non-binaries. That's it. Like because I'm tired of constantly being disappointed by mainstream media, and horror games kind of got wrapped up in that because every time I saw horror games, it was like, you know, the worst of it. Just like action games. So it was,
absolutely understandable.
Yeah, which is why I was saying, I'm going to stay in the Zelda neck of the woods. You know what? I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts. They don't care about girls, but at least they don't get, you know, horror game treatment. So, So yeah.
Makes sense.
It's, what's the word? The Last of Us was a nice time to play, and then, like, to come back and find out that, oh, like, the heart of Resident Evil, for example, isn't that bad. They still fall into a lot of the pitfalls, but like it wasn't that bad. And also I have a higher threshold these days. Kind of.
it varies.
It varies.
Like yeah.
No, I also like the I don't know what schlocky means, but I also like tacky horror. And I think now I'm at a stage where I can also engage with sometimes shit horror written in bad faith, but have fun with it. Wasn't at that stage before. Used to have like a very short threshold, and that's why I mainly focused on like original work for basically most of my time. That's why I have this big like empty space where I didn't like do anything.
Consume.
Yeah. Anything mainstream where it was just solely OCs. Oh shit! Fuck yeah! Shit!
Oh, hi, Snake.
Yeah. Back on my gamer bullshit in my mid to late 20s, and it's fun.
There's a lot of good games out there.
Yeah, and it's fun to find them all. DMC was the other game that was like that was I looked at a distance and I was like, oh, that game must be so shit. Like, nope.
Yeah. You look at DMC from a distance and you expect a lot worse than what you get when you actually get into it, honestly.
Yeah. I was thinking, I haven't played No More Heroes, so I don't even know, but I know that a lot of the humor... Oh, I guess I would say that DMC is what I thought is what the remake was, you know? Like, when I saw the remake, I was like, absolutely. Oh yeah, that's the vibe for DMC. But then I played DMC and I was like, wait, no, this is the opposite of that vibe. What?
The remake is... I wouldn't say it's a sore spot because I wasn't into DMC when the remake came out. I just saw it happen. But I know enough of the remake that game just disgusts me.
Yeah. I just know a lot of the thinking into it was like, oh, we're going to pivot away from what we had before because it's cringe. And then I realized... that I'm like, oh, well, I hate what they pivoted away from. What did they pivot away from then? And I found like one of my favorite series ever. If that's not what you guys were doing, then what were you doing? Finds Dante, grabs onto his leg and never lets go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, really a miracle happened with DMC. The fact we got DMC 5 after they tried to remake the whole series into that they actually went back. Like, that's a miracle in the gaming industry.
Yeah. I know some people that like it. I haven't played it. I was briefly fascinated by the main character. But that's because anytime I see like a vaguely brown main character rendered nicely, I'm like, ooh, but then that's as far as it went. Anytime I see like a wide nose rendered in a video game, I'm like, it's happening!
You have my attention.
Yeah, literally me with Carlos getting into Resident Evil 3. Like,
God,
okay.
Carlos is such a design.
Such a design. His hair!
They really peaked with Carlos.
They peaked.
Like, I was already gonna play Resident Evil 3 Remake, but then I saw Carlos, and I was like, I am an arrow ace, but that design is certainly something.
Woo.
I'm probably not feeling what most people are feeling, but I'm definitely drawn to this man.
Oh. Yeah. You have taste. You have look, yeah.
Knife needs care every once in a while. Difference between life and death. Anything else I can help?
Oh, yeah, I miss him.
Come back anytime.
I want him to come back just so I can look at him. But also, he's a nice, good character.
He
so
is.
I would also approve of him getting development.
Very much.
Or just getting to be on screen and being a Carlos about it.
Right? He's such a good addition to the roster. Emotional support guy. Guy that helps. Paramedic coded guy. One
Yeah.
of my favorite types of codings of guy.
He's such a good, like, medic that signs on to whatever group is fighting bioweapons that doesn't get corrupted at this point in the series, at whatever point he shows up again.
Oh, I actually got that wrong, by the way. I've been saying that Chris... I've kind of shorthanded something to the point of it becoming inaccurate. I keep shorthanding that Chris was one of the founding members in BSAA. As saying Chris founded BSAA. That's not actually true. It was like an established thing. That they became part of or something? I don't remember.
I don't remember the exact lore either, but yeah. He went and he kind of did his own thing. He was definitely like a foundational part of the BSAA when it first started. As far as I remember, I haven't brushed up on that lore in a while.
Yeah, we're about to. Back to the One Fear Resident Evil 5 remake.
I mean, I'm also thinking about where they might go after RE8, since they did plant those seeds of like the BSAA soldier as an infected super soldier at the end of 8.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how they're gonna carry on with that.
Church. I made it.
Now we can save Ashley. Oh wait, we gotta fight a sea monster.
Oop. Oh, wait. Ow. Don't punch
Don't hit me. I had broken into your cabin. You don't have to punch me about it.
Right?
This is why we keep having problems.
I was just thinking of Carlos, actually, not just in the regular way. Of... but also, like...
regular way.
Yeah.
Cool. Find some herbs. Eat a snake or something.
What song? Let me see. Concentrate. Find some herbs. Eat a snake. Don't let your concentration break. Anyway.
You got so many first date sprays.
I do. I might as well use one. For sport or something.
Yeah, for old time's sake.
I was thinking of Carlos compared to Luis. One of the things I thought... I like that they made Carlos, like... Okay. How do I say this? Oh, you were just chilling. I'm sorry. Oh, no, you're not chilling anymore. We can kill you.
You were gonna stop chilling as soon as I came within like 5 feet of you, more or less. So.
So Carlos in the original game has like an accent, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's kind of his thing. The ladies love the accent. They kind of... I was curious about them not giving him that accent in the remake. Of course, plot-wise, it just makes more sense. He is like raised in America, I believe.
Yeah.
And what's the word? I think it shows the scope too, because it would have sounded a lot too similar to Luis, which doesn't actually make sense for the characters.
Yeah.
It makes sense for him, for Luis, but like not for Carlos.
Yeah, exactly.
Condor 1 to
And now they know that.
Yeah.
Like when they made the original Resident Evil 3, they
negative.
weren't thinking about 4.
Yeah.
But they sure do have this place locked up tight.
I see.
But I like how they're... Oh, sorry. I
One reason
won't
they
talk about
want to do so.
Oh, she's here. That's for sure. I'll find a way in. Condor 1 out.
I like the scope that they seem to be designing these games with, where they're like creating variation from a distance. I think one of those things that occurred to me as well was like, I wonder if that's kind of why they focused Sherry around Claire, because they knew that 4 was going to come out, which would be focused around Leon and Ashley.
Yeah. It does make sense.
Yeah. I know that in the original there's like a bit more changing hands
There's
with Sherry.
Yeah, there's a bit more crossover with Sherry and Leon. In the original 2, that, yeah, it became a lot more exclusively Leon and Ada and Claire and Sherry.
Yeah. I do like the idea of Leon having more to do with Sherry. Especially...
I do too.
Yeah. I know, you're the one that
I'm
told
very
me.
soft about those kind of dynamics, so... Yeah. Claire and Sherry is very cute too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them, all 3 of them having significant contact with Sherry.
Because I remember people joking that like when Sherry meets Leon at the end of the game, it's kind of like just hi, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But then like in the original, it makes a lot more sense that he's basically extorted because of her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
it's like Leon's such a golden boy that even though he like met this child for like a couple days since the Raccoon City incident, he's like, I've attached her and now I'm being extorted.
Yeah. It still makes perfect sense for Leon, it's just sadder.
Yeah.
I can't let that happen.
I can't let them dissect a child. I guess I'll just give my life away to the U.S. government.
Da, 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 da. Wrong anthem, but whatever. You get the idea.
Close enough.
What?
Leon just adopts young girls in dangerous situations.
Oh.
He tried to adopt Ada, but Ada's feral.
Excuse me, she's a lady. Oh my god. Jesus. He has like the reverse Phoenix Wright effect.
Yeah.
I hear a snake, but I can't see it.
It's there. By your feet.
Ada's an indoor-outdoor. If Ada heard you referring to her as one of the girls Leon has adopted, she would kill you, and I would let her.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah.
She would absolutely murder her. Stab it. We got a Wiggler.
Oh, Lordy Wiggling.
Smooth than a motherfucker.
Shakademus and Pliers came on the other day, Moonkey, and I was like, I miss Moonkey. Where's Moonkey at? Just as an aside.
You were summoned.
Yeah. Just as an aside, I just remembered that. I was compiling my list of top 100 songs of all time, and I was like, I need to put either Murder, She Wrote or Tease Me on here. I was like, who would appreciate this in the playlist? Moonkey. I'm gonna eat
If Ada's a
snake.
cat, she can absolutely open doors. Yeah, 100%. Ada has learned how to open all doors and the cabinets, and like, even if your intention for Ada was for her to be an indoor cat, she knows how to get outside, and you just can't stop her, and you just have to accept that fact.
Yeah. Wait. Oh.
Anyway, we're on fire.
Yeah. Drop the playlist, please. Bury the lights on it. Obviously.
I wonder if Sarah still has Moonkey's art of Luca and Virgil on her
Oh,
phone.
freaking wallpaper.
Yeah.
Yay!
Sorry if I just outed you, Sarah, but I figured you didn't mind.
Sarah outs herself every single day as a Virgil fan.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I have enough sensitivity to be like, I don't know, should I not have shared that detail? But Sarah wouldn't mind, generally.
Oh shit, no, Wiggly!
Conclusion. He's burning, kind of, a little bit.
Not enough.
Got her.
Man, Ada's writing in this game was tight as hell too.
Yeah. I really love her micro expressions. Like, there's a lot to read into, and just like the little ways, her face and her, like, her body language. It's really good.
Oh shit. Oh my lord.
Excuse me.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, I got stabbed.
Ooh, ooh,
Ting tang, walla walla, bang bang. Oh, I missed. Would have been cool if I bang banged on the beat. Bang bang into the room. How did that miss you? Bang bang all over you.
Landing just a little bit too far away.
I also love Ada at the end fight. Oh man. I really like, she has such one of my favorite mannerisms of her in this game is answering the phone call and then like rolling her eyes off the phone call. It's like, she's just so Ada.
I have to say, the way she hits the docking station, what's it called?
The deck?
The loading dock.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
Sack of bricks.
When I played 2, I was like, wow, that was a heavy landing.
Yeah. I really like, because the whole game, I feel like Leon is very, obviously, caring about how he treats most of the people. Maybe just not Luis and not Ada. Like...
Yeah.
But, like
even, like, in the original, she had, like, a pad. They had, like, some sort of padding underneath her, so when Leon shot her down, she landed on a pad. In this game, it's just a straight drop to the steel floor.
Good luck finding someone big enough to use this thing.
He's so stupid, I love it.
Leon does not understand foreshadowing.
It's so funny. Yeah, no, I was surprised by how hard she fell. It was almost funny. Actually, very funny.
Yeah. She got back up. She was up and at him real fast. Very cool about it. Shooting Sadler in unison.
Alright, so cool.
Very sexy of them.
Is that a puppy? Oh.
Not a nice puppy.
Pero! Is that correct? I don't remember.
I don't know Spanish.
Oh, well, neither do I.
Either Niña and Niño, and that's where my knowledge stops.
Shite. Stay down. Good doggy. Okay.
Take a nap.
Oh.
He's zigzagging. Anyway, sure we won't come back here and have to fight anything.
I need to ask too. Okay, so let's go through Ada's plot in this game. She's here. Yeah. She's been sent here by Wesker to retrieve the amber. Yeah?
Yes.
She's retrieving the amber because she made contact with Luis, or did Luis make contact with her?
I think Luis made contact, if I'm remembering right. Don't quote me on that 100%, but it seems like Luis was the one who, like, offered the amber in exchange to be, like, airlifted out of this village.
Did I run in so?
Yeah, we ran back to the giant hammer.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he got into contact with this other organization, quote unquote, and suggested he could get them the amber. So Ada was sent in to fetch him and the amber.
So it's not the shape, but it's it's interesting to think. I don't know. What I'm really fond of in the game is, like, each of the characters in the game this seems so obvious, but it wasn't something that was in the original. All of the characters' stories are really interlaced. Like, everyone affects everyone else. That's one of my favorite things about their decision to change how Luis... I don't know why I'm being coy about it. I think because Microm asked earlier, like, what happens to him? 3, 2, 1, spoilers. Sorry. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. He dies. Krauser kills him. And knowing that Krauser kills him now instead of Sadler, it gives a lot more, like, oomph to all of the people that are here.
Yeah.
It's really nicely done. You can feel everyone affect everyone else. And I think what was nice here was, like, you could even feel Luis and Ada affecting one another. Not necessarily Luis affecting Ada, but I do wonder, like, their themes resonating either way, you know?
Yeah, themes of change and
yeah,
maybe being a less than virtuous person in the past.
Yeah. I like that, like, Luis's intention to change as a person happened kind of before the game starts, and then Ada's happens in the aftermath.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can kind of
connect.
Yeah, you can kind of see Leon in the, like, reasoning why she does that. It's just, ooh.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
If you're looking, you can see it.
Yeah, the little infectious urge to do the good thing.
Look at you, Leon. Affecting people with something good for once.
Yeah. I like it too, because she's, like, aware of it too. She knows he's, like, infallibly like that. She knows it better than he does. Almost. Like, he's forgotten it, almost. You know?
He's still acting on it, but he's like, no,
I'm different.
I'm hardened and jaded now.
No. She's looking at him like, you, okay, whatever.
If you say so.
Okay, I believe you.
Well, got a selection.
Baku! Yeah, I have so many Oh, can I share my absolutely shithouse thought I shared with Rommie the other day?
Go right ahead.
So, you know when Luis dies, there is a... I don't know how to say this. I tried to make it a Tumblr post the other day, and I was like, this is just miserable. Like, there is actually no point to this other than to make everyone sad.
Well, sometimes that's what a Tumblr post is for.
Yeah, specifically. Luis was probably a few extra breaths away from breaking down completely. Almost to the point where it feels like a mercy that he died when he did. Which is a horrible thing to say. But I think if he were alive any longer, he would have broken down, and then Leon would have been irreparable in a different way. I think that's one of the things that catches me about that scene specifically. That scene is very pitch perfect in a way that keeps developing as you keep learning more about him, which I love. Because I feel like having it cut short the way it is, it's near the end of the game, but it still feels like it's not happening, like, at the climax of the game.
Yeah.
But I feel...
Yeah, it's definitely not tied in at the climax, but it's...
Yeah.
Definitely tied in.
So tied in. And I really like that the game kind of gives you time... A lot of things, like, a lot of games kind of do the important major character death in its final chapters, but then that's kind of all you're left with as well.
Yeah.
And you don't really get time to marinate on what it means or how it feels. I really like that they decided to... Obviously, the pacing isn't different, but, like, the pacing is different. The pacing feels different because of how they've written it. It's happened at exactly the right time where it feels just a bit too soon, and that being too soon carries the rest of the game as, like, a hollowness.
Yeah, I definitely, like, I played the original, so I knew Luis was definitely going to die. Like, unless they had really decided to rewrite that completely, but I definitely expected Luis to die. But even then, it felt like I should have gotten more chapters with him, but not in, like, this was badly written. Like, there was this emptiness here. Like, I wanted to spend more time with him and his character, and now he's gone.
Yeah. I like that they give you just enough time to start attaching to him, but not enough time to really get close to him. Even Leon. Like,
Yeah.
I was actually meant to... Oh, I was actually gonna do an art stream today to force myself to do a comic that I wanted to make of Leon, but I'll give you guys the general gist of it now. Wow.
Well, we died.
The general gist of it is like, I don't think that Leon will click how much he could have been a friend with Luis and how much things could have changed until much later in his life.
Yeah.
And that thought kills the man. Me, I'm the man.
Leon must live most of his life just barreling forward and not thinking too much about what he's been through, because how else is he supposed to cope? Yeah, exactly, Bull Man. That's how I would feel if he stopped for 1 second.
Call that a bulldoze, baby. Yeah. It's one of those things like, this could have been a really good friendship. That's what that Luis feels like.
Yeah.
This could have been something else. And I think like knowing that he he dies too before he gets to see his own work come to fruition. It's just shit all the way around.
Yeah, it's all bad.
So basically, one day if I'll put it to the audience. Do I write it and not tell you the plot of it? Or do I tell you the plot of the comic now? I like to keep them secret so that I'm more incentivized to make it.
Yeah, it's generally a good idea to try and keep the projects under wraps, because then you'll actually do them.
Yeah.
I know it's so hard, but...
yeah, you comic, so-called webcomic for 10 years person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's difficult to keep all your secrets.
Yeah.
All your ideas in a box until they finally come out, but...
Yeah.
It at least encourages you to produce them.
Yeah. I do love seeing people go, oh, when I post it, so I'm like, yeah. I don't make anywhere near enough of the like comics that are in my head. Or I don't do anywhere near enough of the stuff I want to do. Luckily, I play Meta Blue, so I can get some of it out. Motivated by the rest of the team.
It was very satisfying.
Yeah.
Through the Discord, I can hear all the sounds that I don't hear on stream, like the rapid tapping of your controller, and also the sounds that come out of your controller. I didn't realize things came out of the controller.
Oh. Oh, yeah, cool. I can't actually fully hear them too, because my ears are...
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, the controller has like some of the radio calls you get seem to be coming through the controller.
Oh yeah, that's why I always
the typewriter.
Hold it up.
Yeah, I didn't realize, because I played on PC and there's no microphone or speaker rather in my mouse and keyboard.
True. Loser. I thought you had a gaming PC. You don't, do you?
I don't.
Yeah. Sorry. I was trying to be antagonistic with you, but it doesn't feel right because you're wrong. But sorry.
My PC's pretty decent, but I don't think it's defined as a gaming PC.
It's just good.
It's just a PC that's good and can do the video editing I want it to do and other things like host Meta Blues.
Yeah. Thank you.
Happy to do it.
Oh my god. Thinking about the hollow space around where Luis's character is robbed, and I knew there was that there. I just forgot to care.
That's how it feels.
Yeah.
We just stopped caring because we got sad about Luis.
Yeah.
Who cares if we run in directly into this bomb tripwire? Luis did get a chance to do it, so I'll do it for him.
Oh my god. One of my favorite brainworms about this game too is like everything but from Luis's angle, like from coming back, or not coming back, from like, I want to get the timeline of his plotline correct too. What the shit? No, I haven't had a Ganado yet. Oh wait, no, there aren't any yet. Or they're all Ganado.
The sun is still up.
Are they only at nighttime?
Yeah, they can't stand the sunlight. That's why flashbangs work on them.
Oh my god, that's so smart. I didn't even realize that. What the fuck?
I feel like that happened when you were chasing it with a knife.
God damn it.
Okay, get cocky now. Maybe that's how the game tempers the difficulty. Like, because we're in the daytime here, so you can't possibly get a wormy brain. out there trying to whip you with its little knife arms until the sun
gosh.
goes down.
Yeah.
Which happens after you meet the first boss,
That makes sense. And
which
that.
is the sea monster.
Oh no, that's right now.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it's our last legs of daylight, so enjoy the wormless villagers while they last. Where you become the dewormer of this place.
Hey. Right. Can I not pick up the? Okay, good.
I went through all that effort. I wasted a bullet. I want my snake.
Right. The DLC, but it's Luis POV before he. Before he got what? Pardon?
That's certainly a way to describe it. Probably not getting the right description across.
I've seen that fan art.
Worm brains.
Pardon?
Micro or Kickstrom's question rather. Their heads exploding into worms. That only happens at night.
That makes so much sense. Because I'm now remembering, like, the framing of it is so deliberate. Like, the way that you pop out at nighttime and, like, it's all super dark. Because the darkness of that scene always catches me. Because, like, you can see the fire specifically against the walls. And, like, they particularly emerge out of, like, the deep dark of night. But I just never clicked that it was plot as well. Duh, yeah.
They don't like the sunlight.
Makes sense.
Nocturnal worms.
Great. So good. It's cool too because I like that the remake like pointed out that the plot makes sense. What the fuck?
It's a good thing you have all these healing items. Not because the villagers got you, but because multiple bombs exploded in your face, one after the other. Anyway, you were saying?
I don't remember.
About the plot making sense?
Yeah, oh, are they two green herbs? Why'd I do that? Whatever.
For flavor.
I guess. Forgot. Sorry. ¿Dónde estás? I know that one. I don't know how to answer either.
This is how I'll answer you. With a knife and a kick.
Oh yeah, no, I like that. They really made good use of the pieces of the plot that were there originally. They really utilized them good and well.
Yeah.
Up.
Very good.
Up.
They saw the potential and they
Utilized.
drove it home.
Cha. Like Leon and Ashley drove it all the way home. Another snake?
The dynamic is so cute.
They are. Haven't spoken enough about them. But
So cute.
I did scream and almost cry when they hugged, so I mean,
Yeah,
I think
that really told a lot.
Yeah.
Of the situation.
did they hug in the orig?
I think so.
I think so too, but I couldn't remember.
I think so. Yeah. But it's less of a moment, I think, there. I think... God, I don't remember. I feel like I might be making false memories.
That's fair.
Pretty sure they hugged, but it was like Ashley ran and hugged Leon, and he like gave a tentative pat. And
Oh
then
yeah,
they, like,
yeah.
went on their way.
Yeah. Something's.
I
making
feel like it was
noise.
after she got kidnapped by the wall, but
Yeah, I can vaguely remember her being Leon and like running and like a. Maybe?
yeah, I think it was after her little section where you play as her.
Reunited after Luis died. I need to sneeze.
Bless you.
Yeah. Cowie.
Yeah, but I feel like that scene in the original is framed very much like if it makes sense, her hugging Leon instead of them hugging.
Yeah, very. Like she's relieved to
Yeah.
see him, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, cool guy, gives you a pat, but like doesn't commit. But
We know Leon.
in the remake, it feels like tendy.
Yeah. So cute. What was I gonna say? Something.
That sure was something on your mind, but
This is what I'm talking about.
About. He's not a Canadian, is he? His voice actor.
he was an American cop. I don't know. I assume Leon's voice actor is American.
Yeah. I mean, there are Americans that do the Canadian thing, especially as you get close to that, like, part
Yeah,
of Canada.
close to the border.
Yeah. Do you say about like that? I think I've asked you this on stream before.
I don't say a boot.
That's a completely different word. Of course you wouldn't.
Like the further east you go in Canada, like the thicker our accent gets. Mine is relatively light as far as Canadian accents go. So I've been told my about sounds different.
Oh yeah.
I don't hear it. But there are Canadians that lean more into the ABOOT of it all.
Yeah. The boot. The
boot.
boot. It's not even a boot properly. That's bordering Scottish. But
some of those here too.
I believe that's probably partly why the accent happens like that.
I've never looked into like the building blocks of the Canadian accent, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Where is this blue thing? I know I shouldn't dally, but oh, it's in the other direction is why. There it is.
You're looking the wrong way.
The equivalent of like my snapback being backwards and I'm holding my hand over my eyes. In the other direction, idiot. Okay. I was gonna say something about Leon and Ashley, but I forgot. Oh, was she kidnapped was she separated from us so many times in the original, or was there more in this game?
I feel like there was about the same amount. They just did it different in this one. Because there was like, she was kidnapped by the wall, and she was kidnapped by the bugs, which didn't happen in this game. Remember, like, there was one point where the bugs just kind of sweep in from behind and pick her up and carry her off.
Like a Pomeranian and a falcon. Nah.
Yeah, so that's really what she sounded like when she left.
Oh, really? When she left. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. Yeah, but like there are certain gameplay beats that require her not to be with you essentially because the game would be too hard if you had to defend her and do these things.
Yeah.
So as many as they kept the gameplay beats that required that were as many times as she was kidnapped, and I felt like it was about the same. But I have not like gone through the original recently enough to count out how many times she got kidnapped comparatively to this one. If there were any more or less.
Yeah. If literally if Zelda weren't coming out this week, I would have replayed the original after.
Yeah.
Just to compare.
The timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
To look back on it now, having this one so fresh in your mind.
It's definitely a game I wanted to replay more. I only got like partway through a replay.
Yeah.
But alas.
There's so much to do, so much to see.
Wow.
That's a full case, and we have no green herbs.
We have some green herbs.
They're just powdered.
Oh wait, I haven't crafted anything.
That might help too.
I just mixed
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm really such a
yeah, we should remix those two songs.
Add it to your list.
I know, I have such a big list. I just want to do stuff.
Just want to do everything.
Why must I have every single hobby in the world?
You're just too cool, and God had to nerf you somehow.
Broke.
Yeah, that is his favorite one.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no. No, it's okay, I won't tempt fate. I was about to wish for a different one. I'm like, no, we're okay. We're okay. Knocking wood.
We have a wide spectrum of nerves across the board.
Bro, yeah.
We're good. We're covered. You just put that fuel in there, Leon, and it already broke.
Story of his life. I love the kind of comical badness of Leon's entire life.
Yeah. What was that?
Oh no. Guess I won't.
Castle looms in the background.
Oh yeah, nice framing.
All your problems, you're gonna find more of them there. Oversized newt of a creature.
Saddler, more like salamander, am I right?
Objective, defeat the lake monster.
Thank you.
That coming through on Hunnigan's, like, report.
Hunnigan, like, tapping the screen, like, is that a typo? What do you mean, lake monster?
I'm sorry? Oh.
Oh my god, I just remembered my sister made pumpkin soup. Yes!
Nice. Treat to look forward to after you defeat the lake monster, since I think that'll be a good place to wrap up.
Yeah, fair.
I can get some sweep.
Thank you.
And we'll definitely be able to get to the secret next round.
Whoa, yeah.
Because after the lake, it's Ashley time.
Yep.
Yep. We'll just have
Yep.
sit. Moment of silence.
Oh. Do you think it's edible? Good question.
I mean, it's probably full of worms.
Oh my god, Rom, say it. Say the line.
Say the line, bud.
Anything's edible once.
Yeah. Hey. Oh no.
He hugs it.
Yeah, he grabs the engine.
He's so... I think
Leon loves vehicles. They don't love him, though.
Yeah. That's why he loves the Fast and Furious movies. Ah!
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
I mean, we've still got a quarter.
What was that?
Okay, less than a quarter. We are in the red now. Oh, we're dead. Yeah, I saw that coming.
Hey, it's my first death.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Lord of the Lake. Dodging. Running into
Dodging.
an obstacle.
Dodge the obstacles.
I know. Theoretically. Oh, I'm so warm.
Twist. Tense.
Oh no, like I'm just cuddly warm. Like this is a very warm jacket.
Oh. Warm positive, I
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna look for the car. Oh wait, no wait. I can skip it. Oh wait, that's not skip.
Yeah.
It's photo mode.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, sorry. I was asking about how many times Ashley got kidnapped, because like, I felt like it happened more this time round, but maybe it's just because I cared more this time round.
Yeah, they were more impactful.
They were
literally. It's like you have Ashley with you. Oh, but Bug swooped in and took Ashley away. Bye.
Yeah.
She's gone now. Go get her.
Yeah. I still liked Ashley in the original, but like
Yeah.
I just felt like putting that out there because I feel like complaining about Ashley is like such a meme that I'm like, no, I liked her. I just
yeah.
Like the whole game was kind of just not here to make you feel things, and that's fine. Feel things other than
Not everything has
cool.
to make you feel things.
Yeah. But
Cool,
I do
fun time.
I do like to feel the things. Oh boy.
Yeah, this game certainly delivered on that.
Yeah. He said it again. We're not gonna acknowledge that though.
Just gonna let that one go.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. She was. The first time she was kidnapped was in the... Was it in the castle, I think? Yeah. Like, technically she got hijacked more than kidnapped.
By the
by the Plaga, yeah, when she first tried to stab Leon, I think that was the first
Oh,
time
in
she
this.
was kidnapped in this game. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You rescued her. It is so good. Because you rescue her from the church and then you take her to the castle. And she tries to stab you and runs off.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the first kidnapping. And the next one, I think, is when Leon gets locked in the cage. And she gets carried off after her heroic little adventure with the suits of armor.
Which is very cool.
Very much.
Shit.
And yeah, then she's not with you until you get her back after the castle. Like, until you get to the island, I think. Because at that point, she, the next time you run into her is in the throne room. Oh, you're getting eaten. Give it a stab. Get off my boat. It's in the pit room with Ramon. That she technically doesn't get kidnapped again there because we don't get her back.
Fair, yeah. We do just see her in the church.
Yeah. And then we see her again. Pretty much just we see her a couple times and then she gets carted off by Krauser on the boat. So the next time we rescue her is on the island. And then she gets hijacked again. Fuck. You almost get shot. Yeah.
Damn!
We dead. This is giving you more trouble the second time around somehow.
Yeah, I think because I'm getting complacent with it. It's the same as me walking into the bombs.
Yeah, I suppose this is a similar energy, yes. Yeah, and then she gets hijacked again by Sadler, and that's the last time she gets kidnapped, because then we rescue her at the altar and drag her to the to get cured.
Yeah.
Thanks to Lewis. Yeah.
And Ada. The whole team
And
helped
Ada.
to make it happen. Except for Krauser.
He did. Yeah, but he's not part of the team. That's why he's dead.
He's a cautionary tale.
So he was stabbed by his subordinate.
Bitch. I do have a lot of thoughts about Krauser. He's a very interesting, kind of sad, but irritating story.
It's sad, still bad.
Yeah. He kind of hits in this game specifically, he kind of reminds me of Marcus more. You know, like really wearing that fear very loudly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you think you're so powerful, but really, my dude.
You might as well just be crying, snotting on my shoulder at the moment. Like, you are so messy. That's
so
Marcus
afraid.
from Soul to Core, by the way. Who I am still fascinated
yeah, that's my
by.
Marcus.
Yeah.
He's a layered little shit.
Yeah, I'm fond of him.
But he is a little shit.
I'm not fond of him, like, how do I say this?
Fond of him as someone who can appreciate a complex character.
Yeah. Sometimes I throw Afi at him just for brother problems.
CFOs.
Yeah. Anytime I see a character with brother problems, I'm like, hello!
Meet my little brother character.
Yeah.
Little brother to who?
You!
You are now the proud owner of this little brother.
Come on, man. My aim's getting better, at least.
Yeah. That's something. That's good.
I will say I like
Yeah.
that. Oh, were you gonna say something?
No, I was gonna go back to my trying to consider how many times Ashley was kidnapped, but go ahead.
No, because I was gonna continue that thought too. I like one thing they did really well in this game too was like making sure that all the relevant characters remained fresh in your mind.
Yeah.
Even if you're just seeing them at a distance. So like Ashley, for example, that little scene where you see like how bad the cult is starting to get. They're feeding her that like potion of black water, and then like having to see how just getting constantly reminded of her. It kind of made it feel like she was getting snatched away from me a lot more in this game. I don't know if there was just more scenes of her maybe being out of reach.
Yeah.
Or if I just felt it worse in this game because it was gross and scary.
Yeah, I don't really fully remember the original. Like I said, I remember the bug one where she just kind of gets swept up.
Shit!
Excuse me. Yeah, she was like, there was one scene where she got mind controlled and Sadler like
Oh yeah, I remember that
drew
one.
her to him,
Yeah.
but it was like far less dramatic than in this game.
Yeah. They've really dialed up the drama in all the fun ways in this game.
Yeah, it's very good. But yeah, I don't really remember as vividly all the times she was kidnapped. Like there's the wall, the bug, and the mind control are the main ones I remember, which might have been the primary ones. Because that would leave us at 3, same as this one, technically.
Yeah. Oh. Gosh, what? There's so much to think about in this game.
It's very good.
Mainly this fish dying.
Got him.
Now we get to see.
Right now we are focused.
Yes. Now you get to see Leon faint in his cool new shades.
Yeah. Nobody will know he's sleeping because he's wearing cool shades.
Yeah. That's so. The colors are nice.
Yeah.
Oh, now I can't see the pain into his eyes though.
No, we've been robbed.
Yeah, I played myself. See that big pool of blood? Oh, see? That's the part where you really see the fear in his face. Where he's like, what? Huh? Okay, there is also a tally for how many chapters end with him fainting or saying shit. There's like at least 3 of each, I think. Like, and he doesn't just...
There's more than one.
Yeah, he doesn't just faint normal. He like blaps on the floor like a bread loaf.
He is trying so hard not to pass out that it's like, you know, have you ever seen a cat try really hard not to fall asleep and then when sleep finally claims them, their head just like drops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Leon.
Yeah, it's Leon. That's the kind of cat he is. Well, Ada's the cat that can open doors.
Poor guy. I want to get really good at this game, get the S rank, and get those goddamn cat ears.
Truly. He deserves them.
He does. He deserves to feel cute.
Doesn't that feel cute while he goes through hell?
That was the one thing that I'm so glad that Luis brought to this game. Character that would canonly be like, damn, to Leon. It's what he deserves. Someone to gas him up.
It is.
In the normal way. Not like what Ada does.
Yeah, just give him straightforward compliments.
Ada makes him feel
Please.
hot, but like someone make him like someone just give him some compliments straight to his face.
Anyone, really?
Hold his hand. Alright. We gon' go.
Alright.
It's actually getting warm.
Packing it.
But yes. Thank you. I'm gonna go roll the credits. Oh.
Sounds good.
And hopefully Sarah's here to roll them. Otherwise,
I mean, I could roll them.
Oh, you can?
I'm here.
I didn't realize.
I have access. I roll them every week at Metaboya Blues.
Metaboya Blues.
Metaboya Blues.
Metaboya Blues. Oh, yes. Giving nice pressure to me brains. So, next time we stream will be... Oh, wait. Ow. Next time we stream will be what?
You said Thursday?
Or if
We can do Thursday.
can resist Zelda somehow, I mean Friday. I don't trust myself to not play Zelda on Friday. You loved Fish Fight! Good on ya, Monster House! I also loved Fish Fight.
Fish Fight's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But thank you to my moderators, Saharali, Feppold, and Parsi. And also to Rom, who is also featuring on today's, but I'll thank you proper at the end. Thank you to subscribers, Thep and Microm and Martine. Thank you to Kickstrobe for shouting the gift subs. Thank you to Maihan for the raid. And thank you to my co-host, Rommie.
Thank you for having me. It's fun.
Moonkey.
Fun to be back on the Resident Evil streams. Thank you, Moonkey.
Yeah, it's fun to have you back on the Resident Evil streams. And thank you to Moonkey for gifting a sub. Oh, and Baku posted a sub right above the subscription.
Now,
Shit.
themes, it's all coming together.
Keep trying to eat the emotes that come to the screen. But I'm gonna go eat some pumpkin soup. Thank you, Rom, again. If you would like another horror thing that makes you feel all the things, you should read Soul to Call, my favorite webcomic.
Yeah. There's lots of if you like Resident Evil or Silent Hill, which we also touched upon today, you might like my webcomic. It's webcomic day. So read some webcomics.
Yes. Feel free, anyone else, to drop all your favorite webcomics. If you write a webcomic, feel free to spruik it. If you are thinking of I shouldn't write a promo today for my webcomic, write it. Do it. I want to see it.
Do it.
Do it. Share all your favorite webcomics.
And present.
Yeah. If you would like to share your favorite webcomics, feel free to join our Discord server. I don't actually have a webcomic thread.
We got a self-promo channel, so you can use that.
Yeah, or the miscellaneous art one, which has been commandeered by the Triguns at this stage. I'm thinking of just renaming it.
The Stampede channel.
Yeah. But then Murdy posted like one Disco Elysium thing there, and I was like, it's still serving its function. It's just 95% Vash.
Right now it has a theme.
Yeah. If you like characters that may or may not explode into horrible eldritch monsters, you should also probably tune into Metanoia Blues. Even if you're not up to date at this stage, feel free to tune into our next session or the session after, because I have a funny feeling that our murder mystery is going to get really
yeah, shit's about to get real.
Yeah.
So come watch us die.
Yeah, even if you're not really up to date on Meta Blues, I feel like the next few episodes, you can just kind of catch the vibes. We're probably going to end up fighting something. So feel free to tune in then. We're not playing on Sunday. We're actually playing on probably Monday at this stage because it's Mother's Day on Sunday. But yeah, we've had a murder mystery that's been going on for like what? How many episodes? 20?
Yeah, 21 at this point. 21 or 22 at this point.
It's been the
sessions.
Slowest, like, slow in a good way, unpack of, like, every character, plus the plot line that Zeke has made. Shout out to Zeke!
Thank you, Zeke.
Yeah.
Giving us all the food.
So much. And, we're really, like, hitting the peak now. We started the year on this.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. I'm gonna think of it forever. And every arc is my favorite in Meta Blue, so that's saying something.
It just gets better and better.
Yeah. So feel free to tune into that, or you can just like catch onto our wiki or whatever.
Yeah, we also have a wiki that has a lot of the story in there if you want to catch yourself up real quick.
Oh, and if you're into these videos, what am I doing? Streaming. My streaming?
Yeah.
I also have a YouTube.
I was trying to figure out what you were saying.
I don't know if you're into my streams. I also have a YouTube where my VODs are posted, and also Tumblr and Twitter. You know what? I kind of have a goal to get to 1,000 followers before my birthday, which is next month, which gives us just over a month to get just over 150 followers. I don't know if that's possible, but I'd like to try.
Well, we'll certainly try.
Yeah, might be fun. So thank you, everyone. I don't think I got any new followers today, but thank you for the thought.
Thank you for tuning in, watching, and hanging out.
Yeah. If I played Zelda, doubtful. I feel like if I play Zelda, like everyone and their dog is playing Zelda at the moment. One of the things they say for small streamers to get popular is don't play the game that is very popular right now, but I don't really, like, care, so I should.
Don't listen to rules.
Yeah, I should care more, but unfortunately the heart wants what it wants, and that is Leon Kennedy, followed swiftly by Link, so...
Ganondorf.
So it can bring the boys and the girls and the nunbies to the yard. Well, I like them being here anyway. Play it for your homies who don't own a Switch. Exactly, that is my main motivation. It's for the ROMs and the Bakus out there.
I own a Switch, I just don't have the time or the other resources required.
Yeah. Also, I need to offload all of my Zelda thoughts to people. Otherwise, I'll explode.
Yeah, that's also an important appeal.
Yeah. Go on long discussions on stream. Play Zelda on my own and then pop on stream and just talk about it.
Yeah. Here's a recap of my last Zelda play session.
Okay, sorry, Rom, you have to sleep. So thank you again to Rom. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Feel free to join our Discord server. See me on my other socials. And also follow Rom on all of her socials as well.
Yeah.
I'm going now. You want to say it with me? Oh, I do! Shit. My Ganon thoughts.
Add that to the list.
My I only have 2 days to do that until my headcanons become AUs.
That's pressure.
That is. I'll just make a tweet thread, like all of my best Claude content.
Yeah, make it now. Get people on board.
True.
Before the tears of the kingdom start raining down.
Fair. I bask in the rains of the kingdom. Man, what a week! This is gonna be a week.
It's gonna be good from every angle.
Yes.
From Leon to Zelda to Meta Blues, just good shit all around.
Claude's bubbling in the background. I still haven't finished his problems yet.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still waiting.
Oh, look, Luca disappeared before I could kiss him on the forehead, just like in canon.
Indeed.
Okay. Fuck. Thank you. Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. All the best.
All the best.
All the rest.
All the
See you
rest.
later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.